Hey guys, welcome back. I know I had a show earlier today, by the way. You're watching the Vero G Spotlight show here live. We're your host, Vero G. We just did a show earlier. You're supposed to do just relax for us today, and oh, do I have an exclusive interview for you guys today? So we have a little bonus today on the show. We have the artist and also founder of FuFu Nation, GStar FuFu. I will be here in a few minutes. We have an exclusive interview. He's going to tell us his new latest single that it's actually out today, and that is called Heart of a Lion. And we're also going to talk about his upcoming new trailer of his documentary called Understanding Life Purpose. And we're going to play a few of those other joints as well. So, again, this is exclusive here first at the Vero G Spotlight Radio Show here. Be your host, Vero G. And we love to have exclusives here on the show. We want to get the first of everything. So, we try to stand out a little more on that part of the show here. Yes, you guys already know. Quickly, guys, that's the QR code here in the bottom. If you want to contribute any way possible contributions, you're more than welcome to do so on the show. We also have chat available on now. You are watching on us on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, and also on Twitch. So definitely check us out on all that and done and everything else. So before we have our guests on here, let's do a quick announcements. You know, we did it earlier, but we'll just do one more time here on the show. Let me take this down. And here we go. So let's get into quick announcements on here. Let's get my friend Bob back on the show. Feeling a little tired.
Here, you're watching the Vero G Spotlight Radio Show, and it is part of the announcement segment. So definitely come check out updates and much more.
Thank you, Bob. I appreciate that. So, quick announcements. I'll say one more time here today early in the show. Again, you can check us out on the Who's Next NYC Radio. We have availability for anybody that would like to put their song in radio rotation. That is the website, which is www.WhosNextNYCRadio.com. Under pop, reggae, Latin, all types of genres we play. So definitely, if you'd like to be on your song there, let us know. Also, you could QR code on there on the flyer, and it will directly send you to the site itself. You can click to check that out and all that's said and done. Yes. So again, also quickly, guys, you could check out all my information is there on the screen. You can check the website, my own website, which is www.verogmusic.com. Also, you could check out my YouTube channel. If you haven't done so, you can subscribe on the Vero G Spotlight Network. And definitely check out my Facebook artist page, which is at VERO2884. Well, I'll update you all my music, update you events, and all that said and done on that event. On that page itself, forgive me. Yeah, it's been a long day. I think I just saw you guys. Like, yeah, I'm back here again. All right, also, guys, happy Pride Month. Listen, I love it. Well, Pride Month, but also Pride Day. Listen, I'm loving it. I got my flag here. Hold on, I just had it earlier on the show. Oops. Things tend to like go over place today. Hold on. Happy Pride Month for everybody out there. Having a good time. The parade is still popping. You know, when we do the parade, it's all day until nighttime. So we don't just do a few hours. We do the whole day. We actually have the whole month. With that said, as you guys already know, with that in mind. So happy Pride Month, everybody, and day. Yes. Hope you guys enjoying it. You know, fortunately, tomorrow's the end of June. Until first will be coming this week. So hope you guys enjoyed it and looking forward to next week on the show. So you guys already know. Like I said, we are waiting for our guests to be on here. We have, like I said, an exclusive interview, breaking news live on this show. So you don't want to leave or go. Definitely tune in on this, first time exclusive show here. You know, there's always a first for everything. I like to always change it up a little bit and all said and done. So you guys already know. Also, quickly, guys, if you want to submit to the August submission for the magazine, the Vero G Spotlight magazine, you're more than welcome to contact me on my Instagram or anywhere you can find me on social media. So you already know. Also, if you'd like to be a guest on this show, you're more than welcome to contact me on Facebook if you have me there, or also on IG on the DM with that set in mind. Yes. So, I already talked about the celebrity news, Puff Daddy, all that. We're not going to go back into that because we already been there, as they say. So, like I said, what we're going to do, we should be having a guest in a few minutes because we got a lot of juicy stuff to talk about on his new upcoming projects and also just some things he wanted to discuss about and about his personal life when it comes to his new documentary and all that said and done. So I'm very excited for that, as you guys already know. Yes. So with that, we'll just play a few more tunes on here while we wait for our guests to be on here. Again, you're watching the Vero G Spotlight Radio Show. Your host, Vero G, and we'll be right back. And stay tuned. We got a lot of juicy stuff to talk about. So don't leave yet. We got much more. We'll be right back.
Yeah. Finna go like this, yeah. Yeah, riding in the whip and I'm alone, but I'm in my zone. Meditating on the next song. And then I see my homie Cruz just made another upload. I'm like, shit, I'm just gon' drop on this one. Body slam, I heard they throw salt behind my back, but I don't give a damn. Flow so strong that I might need an ocean. Public school system built like a 9 to 5, the shit is bogus. I've noticed, there's more to this. For now, I'm just gonna kick back, smoking White Lotus. I got motors that needs to be put in motion like a newly installed motor. Taking shots via floater. Sometimes I miss, sometimes I switch. Either way, I gotta take my chances, cause this music is my passion. The past already written and the future never happened. So I'm gonna hand the present to you without the rapping. More focus on the rapping, making sure my future kids will never say that they never had it. Shit, I knock on wood. I just wanna see my family happy. OGs listening to my music and they say I'm snapping. Go confirm it if you think I'm capping, cause I ain't gotta prove shit to y'all half-ass rappers. Your rap's hard, girl, that ain't who you was or who you are. Take a look in the mirror and you see a facade. Man, you playing with yourself like a game of charade. I mean charade, does it really matter on how I say it? But even when COVID dropped, best believe I found a way to get paid. I'm making dollars with no help, standing on my 2 feet. I'm blowing on trees, spitting out these bars in soliloquies. Producers fucking with me, so they giving me free beats. It's all love. Shawty say she got respect for me. It's all love. Niggas out here pressed for lips, but that ain't nothing. Get your shit together. I guarantee you'll feel better, bruh. Man, I swear. Get your shit together. Nobody ain't gon' take care of you. Get your shit together. Work, eat shit, then repeat. Get my shit together. Lil' play and parlay, more of my shit together. Stash away when I get paid. Get my shit together. I want that Chevy one day. First I need my shit together. I weather any weather cause of my shit together. Get my shit together. Get my shit together. Getting my shit together. Get my shit together. Ayy, my shit together. Get my shit together. Getting my shit together. I'm getting my shit together. Ayy. Low key, keys it low. It's a pity that they overlook potential of rappers by the divines. I'ma change the individual minds. Now molded and folded it, then I let you hold it and let it teach you something before you fall on your colon. Holy moly is the instrumental killer. Pop the corn, cause it's about to be a thriller. Remember the time I had to make ends meet, but ready to meet the ends of this wonderful scheme. And then I take my mother with me. But shout out to my mother, gotta let her know I love her. No other women above her. But while we on these women, let me spend the budget on the subject. Trying to get into my budget, I ain't gonna cut it. That's why I cut it. Beforehand I had to, but I just sidetracked, so I need to get back on track to rap about what's on this track, to be exact. I see some brighter days. Thank the Lord I don't see the world sideways. Instead I move forward and on only use my past to fuel my future. And to my past, even though we have fallen out, the love is mutual. I always found it unusual. The cons outweighed the pros, even though that I had to move on. But f- it, I just had to take this chance with the mic in my hand. Rapping from my wrist into my cuticles. Yeah, rocking the Timbs cause it's matched the name. I'm too different, not referring as 2 chains. Born a Gemini, but I see no equal. Story of a lifetime, you gotta hear the sequel, yeah.
Hey yo, this is Ant Taylor, and you're watching the Vero G Spotlight Radio Show.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Naira, and you're tuned into Vero G Spotlight Radio Show.
Down here where the heat don't quit, where sweat runs slow and bodies sit. Them city lights don't shine where I lay, but the stars in the south light up a mile away. Something about when the breeze hit my skin, whispers of the tires pull me deeper in. Sipping sweet tea, but mine needs something stronger. Boy, I can tell you gon' last much longer. Lean back, baby, let me set the mood. Southern nights don't play, we know what to do. Slow hands, fast hearts, feel that bass line ride. Let me tell you where the real love hides. It's the southern lights, that southern love. Heat on my skin, star shining above. No need for city folk, need me a southern belle. Swagger like no one else, we do it so well. Down here, bring the real love around. This a vibe you can't catch out of town. So grind, so deep, that's how we do. Can't nobody love you like the South do, no. Barefoot on the porch, moonlight on my face. The sound of that guitar taking me to a place. Sweat dripping slow while I slay to the groove. Boy, don't fight it, just feel that move. Bonfires burning, hearts racing fast. Out here in the sticks, we know how to make it last. Might think the city's where the party stays, but down in the south we got our own ways, yeah. Step close, sugar, feel that beat. Let the rhythm catch you and move your feet. My touch will linger, but my heart's on fire. Let me take you higher with that southern desire. It's the southern lights, that southern love. Heat on my skin, star shining above. No need for city folk, need me a southern belle. Swagger like no one else, we do it so well. Down here, bring the real love around. This a vibe you can't catch out of town. So grind, so deep, that's how we do. Can't nobody love you like the South do, no. Down by the river where the moonlight glows, where lovers meet and nobody knows. Whisper in my ear and tell me what you crave. Boy, I'm about to take you where you can't behave. It's the southern lights, that southern love. Heat on my skin, star shining above. No need for city folk, need me a southern belle. Swagger like no one else, we do it so well. Down here, bring the real love around. This a vibe you can't catch out of town. So grind, so deep, that's how we do. Can't nobody love you like the South do, no.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Naira, and you're tuned into Vero G Spotlight Radio Show.
Hey yo, this is Ant Taylor, and you're watching the Vero G Spotlight Radio Show.
Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back. You are watching the Vero G Spotlight Radio Show with your host, Vero G. We usually do the show at 8 p.m. Today we did it early because we had another guest had to come early due to scheduling, so I understood that. Yeah, what to say, we just had a breaking news exclusively, so we wanted to not only have it first here on the show, but break it here on the show with that in mind. So we have an exclusive here only on the Vero G Spotlight Radio Show with your girl Vero G. As you guys know, furthermore, with the one and only, he is an artist and also an entrepreneur for his company called FuFu Nation, and he is also an artist by the name of GStar FuFu. So again, listen, people share, like we're watching on YouTube, Facebook, and on Twitch, live officially here. Furthermore, let's get the man on the hour here, the one and only GStar FuFu. Welcome. Hello? Okay, I saw him, but then he disappeared. Are you there?
So sorry, guys. Yes, I'm here. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear and see you now. I was like, what happened?
You know what it is? I was on the elevator in my building because I'm going to do the interview upstairs in the sky lounge. So I just thought it'd be nice.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Sorry, man. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. So much stuff. A lot going on, right?
Oh, where to begin?
I don't even. I'm sorry. I don't even know.
Listen, you can curse here. Don't feel ashamed. You can curse here.
Nah, it's just it's crazy. Yeah. You know what?
But
I'm gonna sit.
Okay.
This is where I'm at.
Oh.
And I'm gonna sit up here.
Listen, be the boss, as Rick Ross would say. Boss. Yep. That's right.
You know what I mean? So, I just want to I'm just gonna enjoy the day out. This is upstairs, the 33th floor. Got a gym downstairs. Got a basketball court. Got a tennis court as well.
Yes. Listen, before anything, congratulations. Seriously, congratulations.
You know what? I just want to also clear up the rumors as well.
Yo, we're gonna get that in a minute. We're gonna get that in a few minutes. Before we do, we want to also talk about your new documentary that'll be coming out. And
yes,
it's called Understanding Life's Purpose. We have the trailer for that, so we're gonna play that in a little while. And also, we have a new single we just got out today officially. It's called Heart of a Lion. I heard it's fire. I love it. Prior to that, we're also gonna play a few of the other songs we played before on the show, which is My Deepest Thoughts, and we're gonna play one of your throwbacks, which I kind of like. I really do like. It's called Strip. I was like, okay, it gives me that.
Oh wait, you heard that song? You know what's so funny? I never re-released it as well, but I'm glad y'all liked it.
Yeah, I was like, okay, he gave me that like Trey Songz kind of like vibe. So I was like, okay.
I can't. Yeah. For me, style. It's like
it's still daytime.
Sorry,
it's all good. It's all good. But before we even get started, what things you would like to discuss about that you wanted to take out and discuss about?
I think it's just like the things I've been going through. Sorry, I'm just want to first say I'm sorry to my fans that you have to see me stress and go through hell of a lot. You know what I mean? But you know what? I was actually in a shelter. I'm gonna just clear these things up because my PR team, we had a whole fucking meeting about this, and we like, yo, like I need to clear this up. I need to clear everything up. Yeah. So I like 2023. I decided to I started exposing certain things that was wrong around me. I started, what people can call it snitching or doing whatever they want to call it. But I realized it's like, I'm tired of this corruption. I'm tired of things. I'm tired of this. The systematic's not really showing its true. It's not. It shows us a false light on things, but it's not really been told. I remember 2024, everything started coming to light.
Facts.
So you got to remember that too. And I realized I'm in an industry that pushes agendas. Make sense? So even if you're working at Department of Defense or you're working at, certain things as well, or if you're working at, all of this shit is like, for example, yes, everybody has been lied to. I already know that. But I think finding some solace into certain things, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I learned so much in this process. I learned how to, I'm going through it, even going through it being a father, you understand? And dealing with the the opulence that come with it, like problems with, the one that you had it with, and there's a whole bunch of problems that you're not really see. Like, and it's funny because, I know we talked about it a few times. I'm like, yo, I feel like I'm drowning, and I don't understand why I feel like I'm drowning. Like, you know what I mean? And I understand. It's to the point, like, I understand it, but I just don't, how you say, I hate the way it feels. And I think, everybody, oh, he's always mad at us. No, I was never mad at her. I'm just more mad at myself that I allowed this shit to happen. You know what I mean? Like, I hate myself because I'm like, if I knew, and I didn't know certain things as well that came to light. There's a lot of things that came to the forefront that, I already, and I previously asked, I said, just be honest with me.
Right.
And to clear up the Steve Wilkos show.
Yeah, let's talk about that, because I did watch it when it was live that day.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I remember you was talking about it. I was like, would it ever get air? I didn't know. But let's talk about
what it is? Because she kept talking on it. She kept talking when everybody was under gag. I already knew I know the industry in and out. You understand? I worked in film. I worked in television. They have to get their ratings up. That's their job. Let's just first get that up. But you're not supposed to talk on the show because you don't know who favorite is going to go into.
Right.
So let's just say, right, I knew I had the worst end of the stick. That's why I didn't talk on it more. And I didn't want her to know something because she runs her mouth. She got it. So I just want to say thanks to Steve Wilkos Show for even having me on the show. Thank you as well. And thanks for considering me to have a sync license and deal. That was actually a great opportunity as well. I got to know, like, okay, cool, they're going to play my video up there. Okay, cool. And actually was kind of dope. It was towards the end. I said thank you because all that crap she was talking about me, at least I had some type of thank you. But I think
out of it, yeah.
But me talking to the producers like, yo, I'm stressed the fuck out. Matter of fact, that was like a vacation because we had to go all the way to Connecticut. The air is mad good quality up there as well. Very good quality. That's why last time you asked me about it, I couldn't really talk on it because I knew the gag order was like,
Right.
And speaking in contracts. She's under my contract and we're going through shit. She's under my NDA and she's under my record label contract as well. She's actually her and Stormy would have been the first ones to sign those contracts. A lot of people. And I still own their masters. Anything that happened underneath me, I own those masters. And anything after that.
I understand.
Because remember, they didn't finish their whole 7 years. Then, what's her name? Then she ended up signing on to another 7 years.
Wow.
And now you're doing this.
That's
but I think it's the lack of knowledge when you do this type of stuff that, yes, okay, we're in a custody battle. Okay, I can be honest about that. Yeah, we're in a custody battle. We're going through shit. And it's not an easy thing, due to things. And I always told her, like, yo, stop hiding. Stop hiding. If you would just stop hiding because all it's going to do is eat up your subconscious, what you have done wrong. And the only thing you're doing is making a relationship fall quicker, having everybody else in your relationship, your mother, your daddy, your brother, my family, trying to turn them against me. That's the only thing it's doing is hurting you in the process. No, it's not even just hurting. It's not even hurting you. It's hurting the child involved. You understand? It's hurting his because he's not going to have a foundation. You understand? And these are the problems that I'm facing with it. And these are the type of things people don't really understand. Like, okay, yeah, everybody want to say, yeah, my baby father. Okay, maybe that's the biggest trend. Okay, right. And, and plus, you don't think I'm keeping track of everything. Yeah, I might say I don't remember shit, but I remember every fucking thing. I'm sorry, every little detail that you ever gave me. That should tell you something. I'm just calculating. I was already digging into stuff. Now you just gave me more stuff to dig into, and you gave me all the answers.
Yeah,
you gotta understand. Like, and I remember the first day we went to court, she's like this. Come on, and I'm like, all of this for what? All of this for what? And I'm like, and I'm just sitting there, looked at her mother, and I'm just sitting there, I'm like, just shaking my head. This shit. And you know, and I also spoke to her ex. I'm like, yo, bro, like I felt bad for you. I didn't even know that shit was on. It's so much stuff was going on.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know what's going on. That's how bad it was. I didn't know how deep this shit was until I got too far into it. Decaden was on his way. And to clarify, because I know everybody was asking, why you never touched her? Why you let her say that about you in the TV show? Because, you know why I didn't touch? Because there was so much toxicity going on. And I'm not going to have sex with somebody again after we already have a kid. Let me just get this shit straight. And I'm not feeling comfortable. I feel unsafe in this relationship. I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel safe. I feel like it's something else going on that I was not told of. I don't feel comfortable. And I can tell you this as a man, right? You know, oh, you're not supposed to tell how you know. No, you as a man, yes. I'm not one of those men like, okay, yeah, at first, like, yeah, I was confused.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I was not reacting to everything she was doing. I was responding because I'm like, I don't understand it. Makes sense? And I felt like I was taken advantage of. Hell yeah.
I know there's more to the story, but I like I said, I wanted you to clarify the situation and clarify your name because of the fact that I know there are two sides to the story, and I want to be fair, but at the same time, you know, we talk privately, and you've encountered and told me a lot of things, and I just feel like respectfully, right now, just focus on the well-being of yourself. And if you can, and your son.
And she did. And you know, I'm not gonna lie. Yes, I had to take some time for myself.
Right.
Like, yes, I did leave her in that situation. Like, you know, well, I said, yo, you might as well stay with your mother because I'm out of here. And I just want to make that clear. It wasn't to leave her. It wasn't to discredit her. It was none of that. It was for me to have a peace of mind. And we was accepted to 3 different apartments. 4, I got them. I got screenshots to this day.
Wow, that's amazing.
But you want to know, due to like the increase of people in, oh, my mother said this, Stormy said this, and that's another thing. I'm not mad at Stormy. I understand what he's trying to do. Don't get me wrong, yes, but it's the way you got to go about doing it. It's the way you do it. Listen, I forgave him already. I don't have no fucking heart. I'm sorry, I don't have no hard feelings.
You can curse, it's fine.
but you're not going to sit there and say, "Oh, this is happening," because she told me, and she even came to my church, and I'm like, my pastors, I didn't know she was coming here. Because I had people, that I had somebody else with the phone when she texted. Like, I'm like, yo, listen, I'll give her your number. I don't want her calling. I blocked her on my phone. I blocked her all on my social medias and everything. Then I started seeing fake pages following me. It's just all So it's a lot. You know what I mean? It's a lot. And I do feel like I felt hurt. It wasn't because, she's going to say, he's unstable. No, it's not that I'm unstable. It's look at the stuff that you're doing. You can lie to everybody else, but you cannot fool me. And then for my cousin to say, my cousin called me. This is the reason why I said I just blocked my family. I blocked everybody involved.
There's too much going on. Yeah, it's a lot.
It's too much. I'm already a Scorpio. I don't need that much intensity.
Listen, I got enough on my plate.
I gotta handle business. We just got a new deal with Sirius XM.
Congratulations,
so,
man.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to finalize. I can't even finalize that with all this stuff going on. But yeah, and I'm stepping down also as CEO in November.
Oh boy. But I understand you're just trying to reevaluate everything. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's we just reevaluating. I think I have a woman actually. Me and X agreed. Zaria Braxton will be acting CEO in November, and she's understand. And also, Kate. And then when hopefully when Kaden got older, hopefully it was going to be like that. I don't know. But, I kind of did, we have asset protection. I'm not too worried about everything.
I understand.
But what I'm worried about is, like, what are you doing? Why are you trying to, and the thing is, what amazes me the most, do you know how much you know this is gonna be far from over. Because now, because we have all my party companies that's tied to us are suing. Because now you're not just damaging me, you're damaging other companies involved. So now you don't think this has ripple effects or repercussions?
That's true.
And you're under contract.
Yeah.
You don't think this is gonna damage your this is bad. And trust me, my PR team is already watching her. Everybody, I have a good PR teams. My PR team, my PR management, my crisis management team are all looking through this. Like, oh, no, we get it. So you know what I mean. So that's what they said. Foucault, you need to start doing press conference. I didn't really want to talk with it because it's like you really want me to talk on this BS.
But I think honestly, GStar FuFu, I think at the same time it's good to let it out because you've been through enough with the pain, you've been through enough with the frustration, and sometimes letting it out, you're not hurting nobody. I think it's just you letting out what you're going through.
Yeah, like, and what's so funny? Sometimes it's so, what's so funny? I spoke to her ex. No, me and her ex is really good friends now. It's funny how that happens, right? He wanted to punch me in my face. I didn't know all of that was happening. I said, bro, I didn't know nothing of that. She didn't tell me nothing. And then, when you finally ask the question, then you got Stormy saying that's his baby. And I'm like, yo, this is already confused. I already said that he did it. I thought because he kept texting me, I got screenshots from days.
Now, let me ask you, let's talk about that if you don't mind, because I don't want to get too much into it. But how did that come about, the situation about the baby daddy situation with that?
So I wanted to, because I knew I felt like something wasn't being told. So when the Steve Wilkos show came up, I felt that, I wanted to do more of I didn't care about, I would have took care of the child even if it wasn't mine. Not to sound ignorant, because I believe every child needs a father. So that wasn't my thing, but they was going more, they was trying to flip the narrative, say, oh, he don't want to take, no, it's not true. Like if you was already doing things behind closed doors that not everybody knew, but I had sources that told me certain things. Right. You understand? It's to the point, like, I'm just looking at it like, if people really knew what I can do, they wouldn't do half of the things they can do. Because I don't brag what I can do. Oh, I know Al Sharpton. Okay, you know Al Sharpton. Okay, cool. He's a cool man, really good man. He's a really good man. Don't get me wrong. But here's where power stands at. And I want people to really understand it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's
you still the comment. I was waiting for you to finish.
Yeah, I know. I saw. I think real lyrics.
But let me just show it real quickly on here. Big shout out to brother Real Lyrics tuning in right now.
What's up, Real Lyrics?
He said, "What's good, Real G and FuFu?" And
man.
He said, "You need." I'm sorry. I'm just reading real quick.
No, I know. He said he need to put that in the song, bro. Thanks. You know what's so funny? I think Heart of a Lion tells a lot, and also, even remember you said the song that I released, it was about what I was going through.
Yeah.
I think it was called Deep Thoughts.
We're gonna play that in a bit too. Yes,
and I think Heart of a Lion was part of Deep Thoughts as well, because everything I've been through, I had somebody tell me, yo, if I would have went through your shoes, I probably would have I would have offed myself. I'm like, wow. And I have never thought like that. Like, I always say, yo, I'm gonna be like, I went through some stuff nobody can even imagine. I was abused as a child. I watched my mother get raped in front of me. Oh my God. I watched somebody die in front of me. It's a lot of things I've been through. I just don't talk on it because, I felt like half of my burdens I carry by myself. It's not for everybody to burden. You understand? It's not for everybody. That's why when I do music, it gives me that solace. It gives me a way of an outlet to express how I feel in the most beautiful ways. Don't get me wrong. Like, yes, I remember everybody was saying, yo, you and Stormy was beefing last year. I'm done. Like, I don't want to beef with this dude, but I don't also need somebody running my name through the fucking ground either.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? And when that's unnecessary. But I have done nothing but good. You know what I mean? I have did nothing but provide. I gave things. I bought Caden a jacket. I bought him clothes. Me, all my friends put in for that. Remember, I spent my last dollars on those clothes and stuff. We went to Burlington. We went to Tamu. We got some nice stuff. And and it's sad because nobody respects that though. Nobody respects you doing things for your child no more. They just want to get the baby daddy credit. Yeah, that's my baby daddy. He ain't nothing. And that's what it looks like. It exactly looks that way. And then the thing is, why do I not go see him? Because you kept, with all the threats that came from every angle, I'm supposed to come and see you and sit there. And I got recordings of these things. Yeah, you know what I mean? So just to clear that up, my brother hit me. My brother hit me up, but her brother hit me up first, and then my brother. I said, yo, bro, if they keep threatening me, So I responded off the threats. But what people don't understand is I don't even need nobody to do nothing for me.
Right.
I don't even need to do anything. All I got to do is cut off your fucking bank account. And then you screw. I make a phone call, your bank account is seized.
That's
now,
crazy.
that's power. That's fucking power.
Damn.
And I remember, I was saying, like, I said, listen, it's one thing to know, don't get me wrong, I love my political people. But it's one thing to be the president and the political and also political figures. But it's one thing to know everybody at the UN. That's when things change.
Definitely.
I got, and I also remember I said I want to publicly say this to Jada as well. JL, I hope you see this one day. I just want to apologize to whoever. I know there's a lot of misunderstandings. I'm sorry that woman hit you up, but I think at this point, you know what? I understand why you don't want to. I wouldn't even want to work in those conditions. So I don't blame you. I'm not mad at you. I hope one day we can come to conciliation and understand where everybody was coming from. I would like to say to her mother as well, I'm sorry. I kept, because my goal, and this is a lot of things people don't know. I made her mother a promise that I make sure her daughter never ends up in no crazy situation.
Right.
Because we know how we
Hello?
both know how this industry is.
Definitely.
And we know some shady things go on behind closed doors. And I promised her mother, I make sure I protect her with everything. And I make sure I know she married, she got kids. But a rumor, so-called, that one person said, oh, Stormy said you were sleeping with her. Where the hell did this shit come from? Where did this come from out of nowhere? First of all, that's unprofessional. Very unprofessional. Don't get me wrong. You understand? I'm not going to date somebody that I'm working with.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Right. It's like you can't mix business with pleasure, as they say.
Does that make sense? Vero G, you froze.
No, I'm here.
Vero G?
Can you see me?
Froze.
No, I'm here. Oh, man, he disappeared. Well, come back on the show. Again, you guys loving the conversation right now. We have an exclusive interview. I'm a little tired, forgive me. With the one and only artist GStar FuFu, and also he is the owner of FuFu Nation. Are we getting back on?
Yeah, you froze. I'm sorry.
No, it was the Wi-Fi. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah. But yeah, it's a lot. Now you understand. I don't know if you heard the last things I said.
Yes, about mixing business with pleasure. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have to. I'm not doing all of that. You know what I mean? But it's a lot to say.
I understand.
You know what I mean?
And I'm just gonna add to this what you're mentioning. It's sad when people make false allegations about you when they should go directly to the source instead of spreading rumors about people because of malicious intents. And I'm just clearing that in the air in general, because I think what they do, they're trying to tarnish your brand, but what they're not realizing, when they make a ball, web of lies, as they call it, is gonna come back to them.
Exactly. And that's and even though people don't understand this with this whole custody case, that's what's really happening. You understand? Because even though she don't know who's giving me these sources, and I'm not going to even tell her, there's a lot of people watching her as we speak. I got, I even got him. We got private. X hired, X. He hired a private investigator.
Right.
Because he knows people that know people as well, and I know people that knows people that knows people. So we're just watching. We got corporate people watching her that we're tied to.
That's crazy.
And she don't even know what the. What's funny, because she does things she don't even know what's going on. And I'm like, and I talked to her ex today, and I'm like, yo, what are you doing? But after this it's everybody gonna start flying. You're gonna hear like a lot of problems happening. And I think on one of my staff, I just found out 4 minutes ago, he just did a press conference. He just sent everything and all that. So we recently had a leak as well. We had a leak of information. So, and we realized the leak of information was all the evidence we had for this court date.
That's crazy.
We had about, and to be honest, I can't go over all the main things of it.
Yeah.
But we have about 500,000. We have over 500 to 700 recordings. We have over 5,000 screenshots.
Wow.
That should tell you something. She got what she got. Okay, yeah, but we have recordings of you even starting the arguments and then acting like a victim. That's how far we got. And I'm like, that's why I walked in that courtroom. I was like, I'm gonna have fun with this. And I got you admitting that I was never a danger to Kaden. And you? Ooh, it's gonna be interesting. And then I got a recording of you saying, don't worry, Mom, I'll bring him down. Good. I'm glad I got all of that. Mm-hmm. And what they don't know is I got 3 cops in that courtroom that I know personally. I just took I like you don't know me. I like you don't know me. And I'm cool with one judge on the upper floor. Damn. And I know my stuff. You understand? So yeah, I felt more. I've been filing motions left. We have affidavits.
Okay.
For other things, we have affidavits. And what's so funny? It's sad, but because I would have gave her it's to the point I'm about to say, Yana, like, listen, I gotta pay rent, I gotta pay bills, but whatever I have left over, I would send it to her. But I just want to see my child every 2 weeks. Even if they get child support, I'm guaranteed to see my child at that point.
Well, you have a right to. You're paternally the father. They can't take that.
You understand? And you know what I mean? I'm going to see my child because I'm more worried about him. But I guess it was more partial when she said, well, if you don't love me, you don't love your child. That really mind fucking screwed me. And we went off. I said some unwelcome things. Yeah, I was out of pain and anger. But, but then again, if I was such a problem, why did you bring him to my church? And my pastor can even relate to that. You understand? Like it's devilish things going on, and I know it. You understand? And I think one thing is they mad because they cannot play my intelligence. They cannot play me directly.
Thanks.
So all they do is, it's a lot. And recently we just was we have a lot of stuff going on. We have a lot of problems. We have problems, but we have a lot of good stuff happening as well.
Yes.
As you know as well, and it's like, because I'm about, I think probably by the end of this month of July, I'm gonna release the new data that we have.
Yes.
Of sales, and that's gonna be publicly, and then it's gonna more officially have achieved a multiple success in this Grammy season.
You already know. Yeah.
The OEP is opening in, so we about to submit this year for that. And I think we pushed our marketing to August, so that's all right by the end of July. So yeah, we own all the music for perpetuity.
Gotcha.
So it's a lot of things that people really don't understand. Like when you under contract and you doing all of this shady, you mixing business with pleasure and all of this stuff, and that's going on. You're gonna be held. you old now. You think, okay, yes, you might get child support. Okay, yeah. But did you know you can, companies, we can seize your bank accounts. We can seize everything that you have.
Mm.
You understand? Like, if it comes to a lawsuit, we're taking everything. We're taking your home. We're taking you. We're taking your car. And not just that, she dragged everybody into this. And it's a lawsuit pending right now as we speak.
Okay. Okay.
It's we have about $500,000 in lawsuits, and that's beyond what she owes us. That's very low than what she owes us. You forgot, like, when you violate contract and you're supposed to sell over a certain amount, now you owe that.
Right. It's a retribution. Right.
Retribution, yeah. So now it's like, for example, I produced songs for her that was really big at one point.
Mm.
You understand? But the things that she's doing, she doesn't really know what she knows. She doesn't know anything.
Fact.
You understand? It's a reason why I'm in position to give you a contract. It's a reason why I'm winning.
Mm.
It's a reason why people, I already knew when I came into this industry what I signed up for. I'm going to get a lot of hate. I'm going to get a lot of, you know what I mean?
I want to show that. Hold on. Hold on. No, wait. Real Lyrics says, like that fruity cake party, he got official Stormy Murphy on that page laughing out loud. I'm done. I am done.
You know what? Don't get me wrong. One thing I don't respect a lot of things, but I could respect this. And I hardly say this. If I'm saying this, it means I can only respect. I respect this. I respect that man hustle. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I respect that man's hustle. He's a very workaholic. And it's funny because Real Lyrics own half of his masters, and I own other parts of his masters that that was under us.
That is crazy.
Right, Real? And I'm like, yo, and he was talking mad crap about him. Like, you know what I mean? When somebody owns your masters, you got to go back to them later on to see if you had made anything.
That's the crazy part.
And did you know why I still eat when he makes a song?
It comes back.
It does a three circle. Now, yes, he's making some. He had recently had 800 streams. He almost had 1,000. Okay, great. We had a viral moment recently as well. I don't know if you knew that. Spotify, our ratio is what? 1 to 3, right? 1 point into 3 point something. And last year we had a 35.5. And this year and recently we had 11.50 ratio. That means it's going beyond average. And 145% up with percentage. So yeah, those sales of analyticals are very great. You understand? So we still moving on the viral momentum. We still doing it.
Awesome. Well, congratulations.
It's so much, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know if anybody ever noticed, but like when she was doing all of that stuff, like people's numbers was going up, then it was going down. You understand? This is what happens in this industry. Believe it or not.
All right, so let's go, family. My boy Christopher, what's up? Salute.
What up, man? What's up? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I don't really have to argue with nobody. If I really want to get back at you, all I gotta do is make a phone call. Your bank cut off, your rent cut off, your license cut off through Con Edison. That's all I really gotta do.
Damn, that's crazy.
But I shouldn't have to tell nobody that. I don't even tell half of the people that. You understand? But this is, if I really want to get at you, all I got to do is do that. And then you just sit there, what the hell happened?
Yeah, sure.
You understand? And I'm already but why should I have to go that far? Does that make sense?
I understand. To go to the extra mile, right?
Yeah, like why would I have to go that far? I shouldn't have to even go that far. Like to even last year, even with the Stormy situation, like I didn't have to even do all of that. Right. I feel like, but the thing is, the good news is, don't get me wrong, Stormy, he has his ways, but I do see his drive, and I'm not going to knock that. He's not Okay, people say his music ain't all of that. Okay, I understand. All right, fine. That's not your taste. But I'm not gonna talk bad about the man either. Sorry.
Mhm.
Like,
No,
you
you
know
good.
what I mean? I'm not gonna talk bad about the man either.
I feel you. I feel you.
You understand? I'm not gonna talk bad about that man. But one thing is, I'm not gonna tolerate no bull. And I
Right.
just need to make that very strictly. You know
No,
what
I
I mean?
think I think you honestly have a right to say that because, like I said, you've been through
Sorry,
enough.
guys.
No, it's okay.
You know what I mean? When it dropped again, I'm
Right. No,
outside.
I
I'm
said
looking
like
at
you. Oh, that
the-
is beautiful. Oh my God. That's like a movie right there, man.
Yeah, dude, right? I was gonna do my video of it.
Why not? Shoot, why shall yeah, you know?
Yeah,
Yes.
man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just out here, just enjoying the air. Like,
That's beautiful,
you
man.
know what? But you want to see how God works?
Yeah.
God knows what I'm going through. God knows my every thought. He knows the truth. He knows what I'm going through. He knew the nights I cried. He knows the nights I've been through. Listen, God has blessed me in so many ways. You know what's so funny? Yeah, people right. Yeah. You know, he deserved everything God got coming for him. Yeah, you're right. I do.
Well, I do have a comment here from no other than your ex well, I think it was ex-wife, I mean, or ex-fiance.
Yeah.
She states here, tell him the truth. You don't do shit for your child, so you really need to stop telling everybody
No,
lies.
so you know what? If I don't do nothing for my child, tell her this. Just tell her this. I want everything I got Kaden back. That blue bag with the Target bag, I want it back. I can give that to another child that that so-called that you don't want mine. I do things for my child. And also that bag that I brought to the courtroom, they just left it there. And they're gonna put lies on that. No. You know what?
Oh,
I didn't have to give you anything. I didn't have to give you nothing. I could have gave that to him myself. But I did it. You know what? Nobody got time for her lies either. And I'm just being strictly honest. You know
I
what I
understand.
mean? You be honest. Like, you should have said, okay, I slept with Marcus and I slept with a lot of people last year. Okay, so what? Just be honest. That's not
Mm,
my problem because you holding on to more problems. And you know what? I'm glad that even happened. I can always expose half of the problems. But I bet you still at your mother's house
oh, wait, listen,
and
we got.
and, and
I'm
still
sorry. Go ahead.
complaining.
I understand. Well, I
You
mean,
understand? But
I,
guess
I,
what? While you saying I'm unstable, I'm getting all my stuff in order. So that tells you a lot. My son is already good. I got a crib for him in my house just in case. It's a lot of things
oh,
she don't know. You understand? There's a
listen,
lot of things, and I'm not worried about what she says.
I understand. Well, Real Lyric says he states here, if it wasn't for me, Stormy would not have BMI. And if it wasn't for me, he would not have been in the recording studio. If it wasn't for Vero G, he would never met me. If I can't stand Stormy.
And you
Ooh,
want to hear something funny though?
that's my job is to say
Yeah, you want
spicy.
to hear something funny? I'm
What's
I'm
that?
I'm gonna say to his, I want to shout out to his manager as well. His manager, you know, his new manager, Majestic. I'm sorry you had to
Yeah,
witness some
I'm friends
things
with
as
her.
well.
She's cool people. Yeah.
Yeah, she's mad cool. I said, yo, you know what? I'm coming over there. I'm gonna come over here and see me.
Mhm.
Because if I have a wife and I have an artist that never really, that never respected me from the day one, but you want respect, they don't go that way.
Mm. Mm. Okay, you're breaking up. Hold on. No,
Let me
it's
go
good.
back outside. But
I think
yeah,
it
you
keeps
know what I
like
mean?
dropping or something. Yeah.
But it's true. And I am telling the truth. You don't like my truth? Oh well. You don't like the truth? Oh well. And I'm tired of lying. I'm tired of covering up her stuff. You know what I mean? How much stuff that I had to clean up with. It's crazy how that works out.
Mm.
I had to clean up
Oh
half of her
boy.
drama. And it, and the same person, she said, "Oh, he's gonna kill me." You still working with the man? You know what? Oh my God, I wonder sometimes. It's more confusing than a best guy ass. I tell you that.
Damn. I'm sure like I'm gonna get, you know what? I'm gonna get what we talking. I'm gonna try to get sound bites because I've been dying to do the the bombs they put like the DJs.
Yep.
Um on, I'm gonna see if I get them right now. Soundboard. Hold on. Hold on. Wait. Like literally, I've been dying to do that, and now I'm gonna see if I can get it right.
You know
Yes.
what? You know what I noticed too? People want you to tell the truth that they wanted. They want you to tell them. They don't want you to tell your truth and what you noticed, because you know why? Because that makes them look bad. But you know what? Listen. You ain't with me. You want to be with Stormy. You think he's a better father? Okay, cool. But he's not his biological father. And you have a lot, because you don't want to explain the right things. You know what's so funny? I have even things that she was exposing her mother on. That she, you know what I mean? But you don't. The hell you thought was on? Like, why you think I said I'm not worried about nothing? I got and half of the things I have is exposing her, and why I responded the way I responded.
Right.
So, and I'm just laughing at this whole thing. And then you have her little saying, we got it. Yeah, we taking you for. I said, okay, go ahead. Because guess what? Well, it's funny because and then you had Steven help you. Steven, the person that you cursed out so bad, helped you open up a bank account because you didn't know what to do with it. Exactly.
My drop. Wait. Before we go, I found the soundboard. Let me get the bomb. Hold on.
And the only reason why you wanted to move in the shelter with me because you didn't want to be at your mom's house. That's not my problem. That's a you problem. So don't ever come at me. I tell this, I'm an honest asshole. At least I'm an honest asshole. Why do you think I can speak on the truth? The judge said, "Did you say that?" I said, "Yes, I did." And I have my reasons why. I said, if you want to know the reason why, I can definitely tell you. The fuck? You know what? And it's funny because I guess whatever I said, it worked. It hit her right underneath the skin. Because you know what? Oh, he said he was definitely no. Well, guess what? You told me, oh, this and this and this. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck? She said, and I said, oh, so I guess tit for tat did work, huh? It did work, huh? Now how you like it. But I got you right where I wanted you at that point then. And we in court too. I definitely got you where I want you. So either way, you telling me I got everything I want. Because you want to go tit for tat with me, and I'm just like, I'm nobody to fuck with.
I feel you.
Because I can go all day. And I know, don't get me wrong, I know she has a good drive. She fights for things that she wants. But using somebody for a baby, and you told the same story. You even told Marcus, oh, I have a timeline. And now you told me to say I got a timeline. I'm about to turn you 29. You have 35 years old. So now, and I started piecing all of this stuff together. I wrote everything that was ever said, even between the mother, she even told me stuff that her mother told her to pee in the bucket, and her father and the guy that she was dating walked in on her.
What?
I'm just tired of holding on to this information. I gotta let it out somewhere. I'm whistleblowing everybody's stuff. And then, and I'm being honest, did you actually know like half of these families, because they're not on nobody's side, they don't care about nobody. That's why I'm just sitting there laughing as well. But I'm exposing everything that I know, because nobody gonna take me as a fool. Same way I know like child support goes against 31. Remember I was telling you that? Yeah. If you look up Virginia versus Minnesota, it goes against 12 constitutional rights. And it's funny how that's why you think now child custody services are getting sued. I know too much. And I really don't care about being assassinated for what I know. At least I die happy that I died. At least I died with dignity that I told the fucking truth and what I knew. Listen, you talking to somebody that the pharmaceuticals want to knock out for telling them what I knew and what things I knew. Come on.
Yeah, you got some really explosive stuff on that. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, people don't even know what I know. And that's why I'm sitting here laughing. I'm like, yo, first of all, all that thing with the war and stuff? I knew that was going to happen. Nobody even knew how the hell I knew that since 2023 and 2024. Damn. I knew all of this stuff was going to be like, I bet you he did say that in the living room. Like, how did he knew this stuff? Want to know why? Because I have first access and I have access to sensitive information. I'm talking about Homeland Security information.
Ooh, but we gotta be careful. We're on YouTube, so we can't.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to go into details. I'm not going to go too much in details. You understand? I know a lot more than what people. And you forgot. My first jobs I had was I worked at Langley. I worked for the NYPD. I had jobs with the NYPD. I was in a lot of areas. and I was an FBI explorer as well.
Wow.
And I did the RTC, so you don't think I know a lot? And I was a drill sergeant, so people have a problem. Oh, I know I talk loud because I was a drill sergeant. I can't help, that's where I'm at now. Because I used to talk like this. No, 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 no. I used to talk low because yeah, you wouldn't even know that. I used to talk like, I used to have mass, like I had low self-esteem. But that changed you when you got to yell at everybody, say, come here, or they're going to look at you like you a sucker.
I'm done.
But yeah, I have a very interesting background. Like it's to the point it's a lot of things even my own spouses didn't even know. Kayla don't even know about me. But you know what? I remember one day I called the 1013 on my ex-wife Kayla.
Really?
Yes, I did. Cause she was bugging out with bottles and glass bottles and stuff. I said, listen, I got a 1013. And I said, I need all units in forthwith.
Oh my God.
Yep. And they said, oh, you're I said, yes, I'm an ex-NYPD Explorer. It's funny how we talking about this. So with UBS, right? My fingerprints was never processed. Like, even though they had to do their job, but I was never processed. My fingerprints was never processed. That's why they couldn't really stick anything on me. My fingerprints was never processed. Because I never heard this day in my life. I never heard this type of thing in my life. You ever had a cop tell you, like, looked at you and looked like, this is beyond my pay grade? So he saw some stuff like, he probably, because I had mad federal jobs. So me taking my fingerprints, that was like, he probably sees me working at it. And there's certain things he tried to click on, he couldn't have said, access denied, access denied, access denied. And I'm hearing this, I'm like, oh shit, he found my classified file.
Damn.
And it's funny because you know how I was in mental health, right? I was leaving, a group home I was in, and all of a sudden, even my information in the EMS system was wiped out. It's like they covered me up, they brushed me under the rug.
What?
Because I was exposing the government, I was exposing a lot of dirty secrets that I knew at the top. Even the trucks that was going in and out of the Twin Towers. They're not supposed to say it, but they don't want the world to know. But it's a lot of
allegedly.
things.
Remember, we have to put allegedly.
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 Allegedly. There's a lot of things I know. I just don't talk on it.
No, you're right. I got to play this drop real quick. Hold on. You ready? What the?
Okay, I heard it.
We got the bounce sound.
Yup. So, and it's a lot. You know how much did you know I was actually, Parkchester, New York? My aunt, she showed me, hey, I still got your awards here. You want to hang it up in your house? So, and I still have my detective. Like, I was honored by the Detective Bureau of the New York City Police Department.
Wow.
So I still have that, and I still got the one that from Parkchester Public Safety. That because I was like, because they gave me an ordinary handcuffs and a badge. I had fun.
I'm going into town. That's right.
I don't give. Like I said, I jumped on this teenager guy like this. You have a right to remain. Oh, sorry. You have a right to remain silent.
Oh my goodness.
He like, yo, you got a kid jumping. Don't get on me, kid. I'm running for the couch. What's wrong with you? Because
I'm done.
Yeah. So you know what? And I think so far, like, because I have somebody, because I think, because I don't know my number's in the NYPD bowl system. Mm-hmm. So they call me, hey, this is Officer Frank. Well, I say, I was in the NYPD Explorers. Check if my name is spelled backwards.
Interesting.
But it's funny because a lot of people don't know. I don't, because I'm in hip hop, so you don't really express this. But a lot of people really don't know, like, So I say, once you're blue, you're always blue. Honest with you. That's why, what? People like, how come, why you think to this day, when they roll on the call, they know who they going to. Why you think cops don't bother me like they bother everybody else?
Not true. I understand what you're saying. You already know how it works.
Yeah, I already know. And then, as a teenager, I got to do, as the NYPD Explorers program, I got to do like 5 years. Like after 5 years doing it, Officer Trauma picked me for what they call that. Because you get to do a summer youth position within the NYPD positions. So I said I want to do 911 operator because I needed to learn because if you didn't learn the codes, you had to do push-ups. And for me to get my sergeant and lieutenant, uniform, I had to know, the codes, because that would save your life. If you don't know how to do the NYPD codes, you screwed.
Mm. That's
Then
a lot. It depends. Yeah.
and then we did don't shoot scenarios. We did don't shoot scenarios. We did hostage negotiation scenarios, how to how to properly do it. We did bomb threat scenarios, in case if ever was a So I know a lot more about that as well. My training is always training. We did it every summer. We had tests on it. So even with the what you call it, test and stuff that we had to do. Why you think I was speaking stuff in the court? Like her mother looked at me like, how the hell he knows that?
Because you're already prepared with that.
Yeah, because what's so funny? My first career goal was forensic science. I wanted to go for forensic before I even did business or music. I wanted to, because I applied. I applied for at the time because I had political science. I could have went into the FBI. Hell yeah.
That's amazing. And you
Because
never
I could
know.
have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I could have went to the. I would have worked there. I was remember if none of this would have happened, I would have been a Fed. And you got to fill out the F20, like the F80, I think the F80 and the F20s, because that's that deals with sensitive information that you have access to. So that means you have to put all your whoever who knows you down on that paper. Because what it is for your clearances, depending on how high your clearance needs to be. The president signs that because he has to have access to sensitive information. Even Secret Service, they have access to certain information, certain people, and even at Lamley, you have to fill that out because now you're dealing with national security, but also national security and intelligence department of things. Like a lot of people don't know. Everybody complain about ICE and what you call it. But did you know why they're here? Nobody really knows why they're here because we're actually at a level 4. A level 4 threat for the United States. And a lot of people wouldn't know that. But yeah.
Oh, wow.
The only time the military and Marines get here is not 9 out of 10 is a level 4 threat. Nobody, that means eventually they're going to shut down airlines, what they just did, Trump just announced. Because now we're at war. And you wouldn't even know why the war was happening until that, everything's, you don't know what's going on around you. And first it starts at the lowest level, planning. The down after 9/11, a lot of people don't know, they started pulling out color codes.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I remember sitting in a Homeland Security conference with that. You understand? So they said, oh, we need emergency appearance. You know what I mean? Because remember, I'm on a global stage. I'm going to know more before anybody else knows. So that's how much information I know. And plus my connections at the UN as well.
That's big. That's big. I mean, listen, that's right there. You got enough credentials, man. Definitely.
I mean, I just don't, I'm just saying, like, people always tell he's like this, he's like this. No, I'm not actually. Just don't bring that part out of me. But then it's something that people say, oh, I'm Mr. Old You. You don't know the old me. The old me was more wild than what I am now. I'm Lisa. I have a lot more say, all right, we ain't gonna do it like this. I'm just gonna block you. Before I would have just went off on things. Even okay, yeah, but I'm not gonna let somebody abuse me either. The fuck.
Facts. Well, talking about situations, Real Lyrics wants to address something on here on the show. He states about Stormy, that man steals my song titled Natural Born Leader. My second album, REAL, which is real, made Stormy Murphy change his rap style. Listening to Stormy first album, That's Man Never Been or any song.
Can I tell you something? I think because I put him in, because when he was with on my team, I put him as vice president of A&R. That that's not really the highest level for a music group, but that is enough to dictate where the artist goes. And I was just remember, and he was still on probation period, so he never really finished probation period at the time. But I said, listen, I don't care what you do, but just do it at least okay, bro. I want, because he told me secretly, I want to have sex with your girl.
Wait, what?
Exactly. I want to work not in the way that you think. I want to work with Ocean. He was so animate about it. He just that's what men do when they animate about something.
Ooh,
so and then you hear all the conspiracy theories around stuff later on, and I'm looking at, yeah. Okay. So I know they doing something, and then you don't contact me after all these years, like after a few months. Yeah, okay, yeah. Listen, I know, and then I realized Marcus was in play. Everybody was in play. We and him just had a whole talk right before I came on this show. He said, "Yeah, I'm not, yo." And then I heard, fine. I said, Steven said, "I'm glad I'm not with that no more." I'm like, wow.
This is crazy. You're gonna see.
And what was so scary? You know what really blew my brain cells? And it's like literally what the person says. Think about you watching something. You said, please, you know what? And normally I keep my promises, but when it's like this, it's kind of hard to because you're not allowing me to.
Right.
But, and here's another part is like, think about you doing something. He says, can you promise me something? Okay, what? Can you promise me you won't leave me? Okay, I'm here, right? And then it's like, you know, and I said, the next question is why? Why you ask that? Because every other man left me. And and I'm trying to just look, just did it, like look, okay. And then I already opened up Pandora box so many times. If I had a book of the dead and it says do not open, I probably would have just been nosy and opened up that as well.
Damn.
so
Easy.
so something told me to say, should I ask? No, ask. But I think it's good to know. Like these are the thought processes.
I feel you. I feel you.
And I'm
Well,
like, and then the last question I asked is why? That was the thing that destructed my whole consciousness at that point. Because they said I fucked up all their lives.
that's crazy.
And then you ask me how to manipulate somebody. Why you want to know that? Like that's not something a normal person asks somebody. How to manipulate somebody. Really?
Crazy.
And I said, I'm not teaching you that. Why? Well, and I can say this, congratulations, because you sure did a good job manipulating everybody else around you and my family. That's why I'm just gonna let them be deceived for a minute. And I wouldn't even care. Because they want to sit there and bump on me because they being deceived by something they don't even know. Don't worry. That's why I couldn't wait to walk up it's so funny because I was willing to go in there because I already knew what I had. Especially, and they trying to work on marriage counseling. I'm trying to push this to try.
Damn.
Because I'm ready to expose all the dirty stuff, and I know how to do it.
Oh my goodness. Well, we continue. Hold on. We got more with real lyrics. He wants to air out some stuff about Stormy. He states here, I'm the original with that harmony on my songs since 2018. Stormy started rapping the year 2020. 2019.
Wow, he told me in 2016, I think. Wow, interesting.
Wow, everything's coming out today. He says as of year 2019, his first song was "Watch Your Back," directed by Jason, which that is true, by the way. Sorry.
And what you call it as well. Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yes, when the receipts are coming.
And you want to hear something funny? I had a showcase, not even a showcase. It was actually a real concert. I had lined up. I said, Stormy, I had you lined up for this, and he's like, oh, like I didn't know he was blackballed from everything. You never knew that. Even even major players, he was blackballed.
Yeah.
What?
I heard a lot.
So you know what? And I'm like, damn, like, and sometimes when you blackball from all these different places, it's hard to even get back in.
Right.
But don't get me wrong. I listen. I love his hustle. That's all I'm not gonna talk bad about him on here. But even though you know what, even though I feel like he did do me dirty, and I have seen so much stuff he did, and even I didn't even know he even asked his own manager out.
Ooh, Mike.
And she would, and me and her, like, what's so funny? And cause I said, yo, listen, I'm about to go through a divorce process. I'm about to she don't want me to see my child anyway. So I said, listen, because what they don't know is I can always start a whole nother family with somebody else, and then you wonder why we didn't stick together. And 9 out of 10, me and that person might just really be good together. We might stay together till we die.
Damn.
And then you're gonna realize, oh well, maybe it was. What? How is he doing that for them, not me? Want to know why? because all the things that you kept doing, I told you not to do it. And it's funny because I already saw this going this way since last year. I already saw this since 2023 to 2024. I already saw this coming. That's why you're like, why you normally like you're supposed to look like what is going on, but I'm listen. I already knew it was coming. It's just when it was coming.
That's
Does
great.
that make sense?
No, definitely. I just want to continue because it's like two more comments. He's actually talking
And
about.
and if I never did nothing for my son as well, like I just want to just put this out there. I've done a lot for my child, and even though the mother might deny it, like every other bad baby mother problems, they want to portray. And then you know what I noticed? I'm going to tell you a true statistic. Did you know more baby mothers is in the black community, the color community?
Oh, okay.
You would have never knew that, right? I did. I was looking at statistics. You know why? Because half of them don't know everything. They don't understand. Like, it's all about trends. Why you think they have alcohol in black communities, cigarettes in black? You ever notice that?
But that is true in the rural
It's
area.
the reason. It's the reason why you think they have parenthood always in the hood. Is the reason. Because, and then what people don't know is when you do all this thing and all of that, what it does is, you know what I mean? Oh, and I'm also cool with the porn star Lola Star now.
Oh, okay.
Me and her was talking yesterday. I'm like, listen, I don't give a crap. Listen, you gonna treat me like trash. There's gonna be another woman that treat me better than you. It's all right. It's fine. You understand? I don't cry over spilled milk. It's hard to do that. But one thing I'm gonna say is my son does need me. Because I'm the only, and it's funny because even when it came, I have all his life things planned out. What school he was gonna go to, and I have a friend that was gonna pay for him to go to an elite school.
Oh wow.
And thank God I didn't introduce him to her.
Oh my.
Thank God, because that would have been destroyed. So you know what I mean? And it's funny because normally everything I touch turns to gold. But now everything is just everything nope, it's done. And one thing I want to say is, listen, I'm going to say this to all the women out there. If you know your man can do a lot more in your relationship, then he can bring something different to the table. Don't destroy that because you can't get your way. You want power over the relationship, and there's a whole bunch of power struggles. Don't do that. Let that man lead. Let that man lead. And then most of the time, that woman don't even want to admit to me. So yes, they know I'm not submitting to no man. But you believe what the Bible says. You can quote everything in the Bible, but the Bible says, do not argue with your husband. Come home, give him the peace of mind, because he has to fight the whole world every day. In which, in my case, I deal with the whole world every fucking day. I'm around 400 billion people a day, even at these industry events. And if you know your man is in the industry, like you know what you signed up for. You know he's not gonna be hardly home all the time. You know he's an entrepreneur and music mogul. You know his job takes a lot of stuff out of him. You know this.
That's true.
And you don't dictate when he goes to the studio or not, because that's why. Matter of fact, one day that man might be putting food on your table just to, what's so funny? We were so close to where we was. Every time like something happened, like it'd be out of nowhere, argument started. I'm like, it's to the point like I even had surgery, and I'm like I don't feel well. I'm just had surgery. I don't feel well. And you want to know what's sad? Another woman took care of me. That wasn't even my woman.
Wow.
Yo, and I'm like, how come like, and then when it's really bad, when you start looking at everybody else's relationship, you looking at yours and like, damn, I could have had better. As a man, that bothers me. Like that bothers me. Like, and you don't even like, and they don't even care. She don't even care. And half of the things, like, I know things she wouldn't even tell her mother. And I have it on recording too.
Oh, the TSI.
And all the lies she was telling her mother that he doing him. If we ever have to put that into somebody in the system's hands, it's gonna backfire on all ends. It's a reason why I was trying to like work it out with her before this got this way. Is a reason why.
Right.
Is a reason because I already knew the dirty laundry that was gonna come out. It was gonna bite everybody.
That's crazy.
Everybody. And then on top of that, I gave all the information. I gave him over 5,000 screenshots.
Damn.
That's how much I was calculated. And then you come to my church and speaking all about God, yeah, we're gonna be together. And I'm looking at her like I'm just deep inside I'm quiet because I know it's all a front. And then you lying about then you over here saying Stormy's the best father?
But he's not the biological father, right?
No, no, he's not. All right.
Okay.
I was trying to go for a lot of theft. I guess they was like, no, he's talking about the baby. No, it had nothing to do with him. Because I would have took care of that baby without even if it wasn't mine. Because I felt like, damn, he needed me as a father. I'm the first one I cut his blood record and everything.
Aww.
But here's the thing, like, you know what I mean? Like when he opened up his eyes, he saw me, and and here's the crazy part of it.
Mm-hmm.
What bothers me, and I'm gonna be really honest, when everything was like, when she came to my church for Easter, I was shy. I didn't think she was really coming. I had my source tell me, yo, she's coming to the church this evening. And I didn't know how to react. I gotta be cordial. I'm in church, I'm trying to be with God and everything. You know what I mean? Trying to get my church on it. And I'm like,
That's crazy.
So what is the polite thing to do? You help her bring in the carriage to sit down. Even though even though she wasn't supposed to be there, you wasn't supposed to help her. So I said, okay, maybe things may be changing up for us. Okay, let's see. Maybe it is some sparkling light at the end of the day. My worst mistake. Then I'm at yo, bro, she's coming to see you at the mall. I'm like, why is she coming to the mall for? I don't want to see her there.
Damn.
So me trying to hide, I don't want to see her. She's like, come here, Fuquan, come and see your son. I'm like, oh my God, I want to fucking I just want to blow my brains out because this is the shit that I'm fucking dealing with. It's unnecessary shit.
I understand.
It's unnecessary. Okay, bashing me on. It's so funny. At one point, I was just defending myself. I said, you know what? Fuck it. I said, I'm gonna let her have fun doing it. Why you think I've been so quiet? And people are like, yo, she's doing this now. I'm like, yeah, I know, because this is how it started. And no, everybody's so confused, right? My brother even told me, why does it sound one-sided? Because it is.
That's crazy.
I said, yeah, I did some things. I said some things, yeah, because it was out of pain and hurt. Don't get me wrong. I said I'm sorry for it, and then the person want to make you say you sorry. Like, how many times you want me to say I'm sorry? No, this is not just no sorry. You want to hold something over me. Why? It's because you want your revenge. That's all it is. That's all it really is. The only reason why we in this is because this and this and this. I don't think it was because if you would have understood, I have screenshots of her whole family threatening me. And I got a hope. It's for nothing. All because of what she said. And you don't, first, if I'm accusing them, I'm going to want to, like, for example, right? I'm going to, like, somebody was accused, let's say Katie, right? Let's say somebody was accusing my son of something. I'm not going to just jump at that person. I'm going to ask questions like, hey, what happened? What's happening with this? But I'm not going to all jump. And it's funny because I laid down my boundaries to you already. So, and now it's all a shock to you. I said, please do not call my family starting things. I said that. I said very nicely. And then I said, please stop jumping on me. I do not like that. It's too much for me to handle at this moment in my life.
Exactly.
And then they kept doing it. No, I have a 14-year-old girl doing this. And I have a grown woman, two other grown women in there. 28 and one is what? 45, 65? Okay, cool. But you're not gonna keep jumping on me. And then you say I'm disrespecting you? No, like, you know what I mean? I just couldn't hold on to this no more.
understand.
It was just too much for me. Like I said, no. And it's funny because I tell my therapist everything. It's funny that me and my therapist talk. I'm like to the point, like, yo, my psychiatrist, you good. You really good. I see how you, like, you can identify what's going on around you. And people say,
Right.
yo, you are very self-aware. I said, I know. And I know what mistakes I made. You know what I'm saying? I made some mistakes in my life. But I'm not saying I'm perfect. But I also made a lot of improvements. I am a testimony. And you can even see that part inside the film as well. You're gonna understand it a lot more.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that in a few minutes, but I have a few more comments we gotta run through real quickly.
Gotcha.
So, I got no problem. So, Real Lyrics is just stating here. I put Stormy on for the DTF Radio in 2020. I helped Stormy to get Spotify. That man don't give me no damn credit, even when I
You
was
see
manager.
that?
Yeah, Stormy
Well, you
never
know
did
what?
production. Yeah, no, he just said Stormy never did production. Stormy started doing production of the year of 2021. He also says here, now Stormy wants to do a new song for 4 MCs on a song with no hook. Bro, Stormy is following my footstep. I did a combination of Lyrical Dragon with the no hook and Lyrical Assassins with no hook. He states, I was coaching Stormy on how to record a song in this recording studio. He didn't know what was background vocals on the song. I told that man, repeat some of the words you said on your verse, Stormy. Wait, there's more. Jesus. All right.
Yeah.
And he said, did not start rap. I mean, he meant rapping, but I know 2016, that was a lie. If he was rapping of 2016, Stormy got put on in the Stormy in 2019. That man lied too much. Wow. That's
And
a whole
and
lot.
and you know what's so funny? Even she admitted this.
Who, the new manager?
No. Well, no, she said he owed me money. I ain't, and he tried to ask me
What?
too. She said, yeah, he tried to act, and she a cute snow bunny too. I like her.
I'm done. I'm
But
done with you.
I'm not gonna go into explicit, but we talked yesterday. I'm like, yo, like I want to work with you. I said, okay, and she said, yo, your music fire. I said, thank you.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yo, she has a beautiful voice too. I want to let that be known. Her voice sound like Grammy consideration for me.
Ooh, you never know. You never know. You never
You
know.
never know where that might go. You know what? I'm thinking about she might come out here too. So we might be working on some stuff.
Okay, listen, keep that private until you put it out there.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's not out yet, but it's gonna happen soon. And she got some cool stuff, and I'm proud of her.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean? I can, like at one point, yeah, I was proud of what's her name? Red. I call her
Oh,
Red because her name just like it's just she done so much. Like every time I hear her name, it just like it triggers. Like I don't want to hear her name. Get out of here.
yeah,
Like nobody want to hear her name. I don't give a fuck about her name right now. It's
I
a red.
understand.
Like no offense. Like don't get me wrong. I did love her at one point. I really did love her. But it was just like, you know what it is? I started getting mad at myself because I should have known the red flags. Don't get me wrong. And people in relationships, yeah, some people, listen, I dealt with people's skeletons in their closet. I know a woman that killed her ex-boyfriend and got out of jail for it. I didn't know she did it, but, she
Yeah.
went, I'm like, damn, man, I'm with you. I'm next. Shit. But you know what I mean? But I never had somebody with a cemetery. It's more to this than you think I know.
Damn, this is game.
It's to the point. Even people are like, you don't have to tell me things directly, but people that know you directly told me everything already. And I learned some more stuff about a lot of things that nobody knew. And you understand, like, and you're doing me wrong. You expecting me not to speak on things? You out your mind. Don't if you let me, I can keep going. I tell your whole life story.
Damn, mic drop. Well, let's change up the mood a little bit. I know you have a new artist that's under your label. Her name, I want you to say because I messed up last time on her name.
J. Ellie.
Yes, let's talk about her briefly on that as well. How she got signed with you guys and her new song, which I love, by the way, we played a couple times on the show, as you know. And tell me more about that. Yes.
Well, actually, we was actually going to Long Island. Me and he was actually at the time vice president of A&R, Alex Hamilton. Now he has moved up very quickly. He was, and then he came to chief of marketing officer.
Okay.
He's very excellent in marketing. I want to shout him out. Thank you, Alex, for holding me down, even through this roughest situations. And I'm sorry that you had to go through half of this. I know he didn't want nothing to do with this shit.
I
As he
understand.
probably told you, like, but he said he knew what it came with already. You know what I mean? But he can rap on the low too. That nigga fire.
Yeah, I heard something. Creative
Yo,
trying
my
to.
boy Alex, well, ex Helmut X, but he's man fly with it. But yes, he's one now. He's actually right now he's on my personal team now.
Awesome.
So he went from like working within the company, signing new artists. So a lot of people don't know JL was one of, well, let's just say her mother worked at Atlantic Records for a couple years,
Mhm.
and I don't. She has a beautiful story. And I don't want to tell her story, but I think for her to do it,
She would have to, right?
um, she's an older woman. Don't get me wrong. I feel bad because all of this stuff that's happening, and I'm like, listen, she's going through a lot. She's been through a hell of a lot, and she's one of the people I know. I didn't get a chance to go into more details
Right.
with her with a lot of things, but it's just been crazy. And I just want to say sorry I want to do a public announcement to Jayla. I'm sorry that you had to go through this. I'm sorry if I spoke up for you or stuck up for the situation. I'm sorry as well. Because now, because once I heard that, now I got to document this. So, I said I needed a statement just in
Right.
case I had to push for lawsuits. I don't think she understood that. I think she said, no, you got to run back to your wife and tell her this and this and this. No, that's not even the case. So I didn't. So she reached. So first time I'm hearing this. This is back right there in the middle of the time that she went to my church.
Okay.
She's reaching out to Jayla to say, "Why you sleeping with my man?"
Ooh.
And I have screenshots of this. And I'm like, "What are you? What is she talking about?"
Oh my God. Mm.
And she confronts me with this in the morning, like, "Fuka, why you sleeping with that girl?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Like, what are you talking about? So now that costs me money.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I mean? Yes, and I said some things that maybe I said too much, okay. But I
Right.
think I think it wasn't my intention to be negative. And I know she probably, and the other person, who we talking about, end up flipping it and making it more negative. Cause I said, yo, but you was in the same situation. Why you judging that woman? And then you tell me, oh, she ain't married because it says on her page separated. Me and you separated, but we still married. Make sense out of that. Some things you just can't make sense, and she loved, and it's just a lot of gaslighting and flipmations. And then she get mad at me when I know this information. 'Cause I've been through too many relationships not to know certain things. You understand?
Right.
And to be honest, yes, and I have had a daughter before.
Mm-hmm.
At the age of 16, I had a daughter.
Aww.
The only thing is, she got locked up because she was way older than me.
What?
I don't. That's why I
Mine
said,
was like, wait a minute.
yo, I had a project called "What You Gonna Miss? What You Gonna Miss? All this sexiness." It's the reason why I recorded that song.
Oh shoot.
So, and
Okay.
it says, "I was only 16 when I had an older woman." It's the reason why I was on. Yup, and and I think somebody snitched it out because my foster mother was like, "Yo, where you going? When do you start washing dishes and ironing your clothes?" Yo, and I said, and then I used to listen to that song. I'm sprung. She's out to get me.
Yo,
Yo,
that's a classic right there. Yo.
I can say that was the one album that I was really on. And then she would pick me up in a Rolls Royce to bring me to high school. It
Damn.
was shit and we would kiss right before we get up. Them tinted windows came down. Yep.
You got
And
the
so
okay.
when so at the so right there, so CPS came to my school to ask me questions. We hear you have an older woman at home. What the hell going on here? I said, I don't know what you're talking about.
That's crazy.
Yo, it was just, I have a wild life. I have a wild life story. Crazy. And I never talked about it since because it really hurted me. And I didn't even know we had a daughter until because I know I was supposed to meet her at the hospital.
Right.
But at the time I got there, I said, I can't even go in there. She gonna get in trouble. They had officers, ACS, and all
Yeah,
of
'cause you're minor at the time. Yeah.
I was a minor, but I liked the older women. And to this day, every situation proves why I like older women. Like I like, you know what I mean? Because everybody, I feel like, even now, I feel like I'm with a girl, not a woman. Like I'm a grown ass man. I need a woman. You know what I mean? It's real. It's real out here. And I realize lately I've been more attracted to women that's a lot more older than I am. 40, 30, 50.
That's what's up. I mean,
You
it's
know what
a
I mean?
maturity. It is too. Yeah.
And I think is where I'm growing because I'm growing fast and I'm outgrowing a lot of people around me as well. You know what I mean? And people hate that. People can't stand that you're outgrowing them.
Well, I do want to quickly add the single that you say because I don't mess her name up.
JLE, period.
Okay. Yes. The single which I love, by the way. Tell them quickly about that as well.
Her mother said, "Yo, my daughter can think. She gonna make you millions." I said, "Yeah, I know." And when I said, "Okay, let me hear something that she has," I heard it. I said, "That's purebred talent." She's also not just a what you call it, an artist. She's a songwriter, composer, and an algorithm. And she algorithms.
Okay. Wow.
So she dances and she's multi-talented. Multi-talented. She's very intelligent woman. She's very intelligent. I love her husband. And I'm just gonna say I am sorry for anything that was done. I apologize from my end as a corporate. And I know I should have been more about it, but I didn't think of all of this. I think I was just trying to do a good deed. End up being, it is what it is.
No, but I want to talk about
Because sometimes you think but
No.
sometimes you think people would understand because they've been in the shoes before, but I guess they want to be mad and gruddy. And then, and then she told me, no, it's hard to hear that. You need to I don't care if that's your wife or your baby mama, you need to put a leash on her. That's not easy for me to take and hear. Like,
Wow.
you understand? Well, and to be honest, nobody wakes up and says, I want a divorce. No, but I don't care if I was in my worst state of mind. I'm not gonna wake up and say I want a divorce. That's nobody talk. And we just had a child. How that's even possible?
Mm.
And you know what I mean? Yeah, she can get. Yeah, I might. You know what I mean? Because you can't subpoena SSI. I mean, you can't take out of SSI, but they can force me to give. They can say, hey, I already had a certain amount I was gonna give up anyway, just to have my bragging points. But you know how it go. You know what I mean? Because after I pay my bills, okay, here. I'm gonna have to start off small until I build up more. But yeah, it's fine. $50 here, take $50. Because legally, and then we got married, but at the end of the day, we don't have no bank accounts together. We not, we're not on the same thing. So really, I don't have to she's, it'll just be child support legally. You know what I mean? But with all the lawsuits that's coming, because I got people and it's not even me suing. I'm just gonna let it be for a minute. Yeah. Personally, but just stop bragging my name because you forgot my name is tied to every other people. So I don't have to come to you directly. I have other corporate people that will come.
Right.
And this is what people don't understand. When you think you damaging that man's name or that person, and then it depends. Okay, if I was a regular Joe, then you would have got away with that. Because I have so much I have achieved and I have so much opulence to my name, and I have people that's tied to me. For example, we got our clothing line in Walmart now.
Oh, congratulations.
So, that's a big company.
Yeah.
So now they looking like they want to jump on board. Like, who's this woman bashing your name? I got a $4.5 billion company that's asking why this girl doing this and doing this because she has no sense. And I sent, and they already know what's up. They got the up and up. I sent all the evidence I had to them. Like, oh no, this is gonna be a problem. Not for you, but we cannot have this woman doing this. So we need to put fastenly. So there's more legal stuff happening now that she doesn't even know. Now she knows, but, you know.
That's
But,
crazy.
and they got their own corporate lawyers.
Damn. This is getting crazy.
I told you, like, I already knew that. It's funny because I said, okay, go ahead. Because I already knew the after effects of things. And you don't think Intercept is next? Come on. Universal's already trying to come at stuff now. Remember, I still have Universal. I got publishing with Universal.
Mhm.
So I got UMG publishing. So it's a lot of things people really don't know.
That's crazy.
So what I'm saying, like, because they think I read, and it's funny because while they thinking I'm mental, I'm crazy, and this, and I'm unstable, I got them beat at their own game. Divide and conquer, baby.
That's what's up. But I just want to say the young lady's name that.
And they don't. Oh, I'm sorry, and they don't
No,
even know I
no.
had everything already under control. So the idea is to let them think they in control when they really not. Because I'm throwing them off while I'm doing this and this and this, and it works so far, as you see.
Mm,
Because all I'm doing is just collecting all the information that I need. And while you distracted, I already got all this information on you don't even know I have.
mm. Oh boy.
And I called the U.S. Sheriff's Department. So I got information on her whole family, all the charges that her baby fathers was on, even the situation that happened upstate with her father. I have all this information that y'all don't even know. I have his child support agencies that all his baby mothers and all this other stuff. I got a lot of information. I'm ready to push forward.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
The tea is hot. Well, I just wanted to briefly talk about the young lady's what I was seeing was called
Now that's
Period.
power. And
Yes,
you know what's so
definitely.
funny? People always walk into traps. That's why. Why you think I walked out so? I mean, there's a reason why I walked in. I walked out so confidently.
Mm. Yes, definitely, definitely. No, but the artist, I just wanted to end with that. I heard her song "Period," but I think "Period T" or something like that.
Yeah.
It's really dope. I love her song.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're
Yes.
welcome. I hope she just definitely puts more music out there, release more music, and
You know what it is right now? Like I know, like because they separated themselves due to the ongoing issues with
right.
all of this. Because I don't blame them. I would have did the same thing. I would have separated like, yo. I said, you know what? I can't fight that because it's true. Like, you know what I mean? I can't argue with that. Who the hell want to deal with toxicity and you supposed to be in your personal life but not in your business life? That's some messy ass shit. And she doesn't even. And I said, listen, keep personal with business separately. So now I gotta confront this on a political note. And I don't. You know what? She think, oh, he gonna get mad and do this. And no, I don't have to get mad. I don't have to do anything. I can just hit you politically.
Facts.
Well, you know politics, so all I gotta do is political.
Yup, pretty much. Well, Real Lyrics also says, laughing out loud, I know I make mistakes. He meant rapping, but the other word came out. I understand what you meant. That's why I didn't see the word.
No. It's cool. It's cool, Real. We got you, man. We got you. Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
I was just correcting. No, you're good.
And,
You're good.
and let me just say one other thing. I can't blame Stormy for this because it's up for the woman. It's the woman. Like, you understand? A man don't know everything that's going on in that situation. So it's really the woman's fault. And I didn't even know I was the one being played in the mix of other men. There was a lot of things, and then her ex said, her mother used to call her homie Hop. I know she told me that. Now I know why.
What?
Shit. There's a lot of things I wish I would have. That's why I think I'm more mad at myself. I'm just mad at myself because I literally accept this whole woman in my life, and this is what I get portrayed as. This is what I'm getting back at. Fucked up. And you know what's so funny? And it's funny when every other woman say, "Yo, that woman's immature. She needs some life lessons that she didn't learn." Because you don't do that to the father of your child. Yes, y'all might have disagreements, you might have this, but you don't do that to him. Yes, I make mistakes in the processes too, because I'm a new father. I don't know every damn thing. At least I can admit that. Oh,
Right.
you know what's so funny? What really made me really I started looking at things differently when we had that shooting star back in 2020, and I said, I wish to have $1 billion. She says, I wish to have a baby, and I wish to have a child in the spitting image of his father with my brain cells. I said, oh shit. Not I was saying that, but just second.
You're like,
You know what I mean? Like, I can be saying the basic stuff, like don't do certain things. I'm not retarded. I'm like, nobody called you retarded. I said just stop doing certain things. Like, what the hell wrong with you? Like, you know what I mean? No, 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 no. I'm like, oh my god. It's to the point. My chief of marketing staff, they came up with a meme. Fuquan, Fuquan, Fuquan.
oh wow.
That's how bad it is. I'm like, yo, it's really that bad. And it's funny because when you have to start asking questions around that person and start digging through their whole life in other areas and getting talking to people that you know at a higher level to get that information.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I was just pulling strings right from behind the scenes the whole time. So while they thought I was unstable, because sometimes if you're too quiet, people get suspect. So I said,
Right.
okay, give them something they want. They can speak on it. Then while I'm doing this and doing this, now they probably like, yo, no wonder why he walked in that courtroom so calm.
Boy.
Deep
Crazy.
inside, they know they walked into a trap. They just will never admit it to themselves.
Facts. Facts.
And because I already knew what follows after this. You think, okay, so what? What's your achievement? That I'm a bad father. Then why would you sleep with somebody like that? So it's only making you look bad too. Oh, yeah, they this and this. He crazy. He this and this. So why would you sleep with him? Does that makes you unstable too? And that's why I'm sitting there laughing at all of this. And I got people. You know what's so funny? You know when it's really bad when people say, "Yo, Fuquan, you're more happier when you're not with her." And I said, I noticed that. People told me this over and over. Like, when you're not around her, you're a brand new person. Like, you so happy, right? But yeah, because I realized, yeah, she drains me. She drains my whole energy, my whole essence, like a succubus.
Damn.
That's how bad it is.
Man.
People don't really understand. By the time what's going on, I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. Because she drains the crap out of me. And people say, yo, that's a narcissist behavior. And and so I said, I just told her in the text, oh, why are you posting over? And her brother kind of like, yo, I'm going to kill you, FuFu. If I find you, I got one for you. I got recordings of that too.
Oh my God.
And then y'all want me to respond normal to you?
Yeah, they threaten your life. That's no joke. No.
Exactly. And I sent you the recordings of those. And I sent you everything I had. Even when she said, you know what's so funny? You working with this man, but you was talking a hell of a lot of crap about Stormy. I find that ironic.
Ooh, mic drop.
And I sent you that. Remember, I sent you that recording too. And I sent you when they started talking again, and they want to put me on a three-way. And she went by the name Tisman. So she went by 3 different names. Yeah, I know that already. I'm not stupid. They think I'm stupid. And it's funny because she says, "Don't worry, my mom don't know anything that I really got going on, so she gonna believe me as long as I tell her my side of the story." And I'm like, exactly what I'm dealing with. So you call these, oh, I got autism, but no, you're not autism, because you're doing all of this and you know exactly what you're doing. You know exactly what you're doing. Oh, my mother, and her mother, she said, oh, my mother covered it all up anyway. Mother gonna cover, and she even admitted that she covered up her daughter's stuff. Her little sister had a fight in school, and she covered it up. So if you can admit that, I wonder what else you would do.
That's crazy. No, I do want to change a bit the scenario.
I got you. Yes. Let's move on to something more positive.
Got you. It's okay. Let's talk about your new documentary. It's called Understanding Life's Purpose. Let's talk about that.
Yes, to a 300. So I was, my whole life was a journey. Only thing that's not mentioned, because it's gonna be a part 2, talking about when I got a video when I was doing the NYPD Explorers and the RTC. Also, when we went to the police academy, right? And we went to the how efficient I was. I was called the strongest explorer, right? And I was also called the most strongest person because I would do PT. I would do 100 push-ups in an hour. less than 50 seconds.
Nice.
And I used to bench 500. So I used to bench in high school. I used to do a lot of workout, and I know hand-to-hand combat. So you can expect what I can do to somebody less than in a second, right? And we took, it's a lot of training like AMAC, which is a martial arts that really soldiers know. And I took Sistema, which is a Russian type of martial arts, and I took Krav Maga. Krav Maga is something that's in. Well, I know what you call it. The Valley always talks about it as well. Congratulations to him as well with everything that he got going on.
Yes, he's doing his own thing.
I ain't gonna lie. He knows he's bilingual. So you know
Yeah.
what? And it's funny because, and I was just telling him like, yo, I know Krav Maga, because it's and that's more like they call that Israeli defense type of martial arts. That's called IDF.
Ah.
So I'm trained and also in Naswara. I'm trained in that Brazilian, African, and other type of martial arts as well. Why you think when I got punched in the TV, I was able to reflect my back, but it still got hurt. You understand? I know how to take a knife out of somebody's hand. I took a gun out of somebody's hands as well. You understand? So you know what I mean? And that's very dangerous because you gotta have that fast second of it. So there's a lot of things I know. I just, you know what I mean? I just like to, I'm more of a humble person. I don't like talking on things, but these are my background trainings. You're gonna hear a lot of stuff. But yeah, I'm willing to, let's hear it. Let's hear the documentary if you want to play it.
I got the trailer. I don't have the full documentary, but I have the trailer. So I'm gonna play that in a few minutes, and then we're gonna get after that to the music side, and also your the new things you're working on with the company with merch and that. So give us 1 minute. Don't leave, people. Don't leave. This is a breaking news exclusive interview with the star artist GStar FuFu, and also entrepreneur from FuFu Nation. So we're gonna play now the trailer of his documentary that is called Understanding Life's Purpose. We'll be right back.
Take me away from here. Oh, take me away. Take me away from here. Oh, take me away. Take me away.
We're ready? You ready?
When you die alone.
Man, I told him that I was coming fast, huh? Way too fast for your Buick, and I told him that I was rising. Let him know when I get it back now. FuFu up top now. What you tryna do to me now? Having nobody don't even understand it. Man, I had to roll it back and I had to roll the cameras. Like camera movie action. FuFu here now. That should let you know now. Let me get it back now. FuFu got a rim when I got now. FuFu up now, what you say now? A lot of crap, man, just gotta work it.
Yeah, it's intense. I was like, okay, like you were in the early stages. I was like, you would look like a kid.
Yeah, I told you I started building at 16.
Got you.
And I started writing out structures and remember, because I used to take computers apart and build them back together. So that was my favorite things to do as well. And science experiments. So my first thing I learned how to make was chloroform. Because what it is this, like certain, I'm not gonna say how to do it, but you know what I mean. I used to always experiment. So mom said, you need something else in your life. I'm gonna get you your first Apple computer. That was it.
Oh my god.
That was it.
We're telling our age right now, and you know how long ago that was.
And remember they were so bulky back in high school.
The back up like that. Oh my god. Yes.
Yup, I'm telling my age. Oh shit.
That's crazy. No, but the documentary is out now, I believe, right? On YouTube?
Not yet. That was the trailer. The documentary it might be out a little bit earlier, but we have a phase 2 of it coming out as well that tells more of my story. It talks about my years of a child, my diversity, what I've been through. It gives the audience my fans a lot more of me to understand where I was and where I'm at now.
I love that.
So it gives you like, okay, it gives you my story that is that's not told anywhere else. And it's also a book. So if you read the book that I on my ebook, you're going to start understanding why it goes with the movie, what's more deeper, right? Part two of that movie tells you more in depth. Yeah.
I love that, and I like the title itself because I think it's self-explanatory. Like it basically, like you said, and even in the thing it says your testimony, like you're basically telling people what things you went through and how you overcame it, which is really
Yeah.
good.
It's things even Kayla don't even know, my first wife, and even Ocean don't even know. But
Wow.
there's a lot of things. My story goes very, very deep. I was abused as a child. I was also experimented on,
So sorry.
but it's okay. I was experimented on a hell of a lot. So that's probably what enhanced my superhuman strength. So yeah. Yeah,
No, but that,
I got some
I feel
super,
you.
and I have accurate aim. So if I want to hit somebody, I can really hit them. That's
Ooh,
it.
be careful with him, man. He know a whole bunch of stuff. So we gotta be careful.
Yeah, that's what I said. Listen, you know what's so funny? Like I remember just walking in chaos. People can be fighting out, you can walk right past it, like, and I just look. But one thing it is, right? One thing you got to understand. I think I had always had a formidable sense of me.
Mhm.
Why, X wrote a movie after how I think because he realized this motherfucker thinks, I've never been scared of other people. So even people like I've always been scared of what I can do
Right.
because of what I know. And then as you grow, like like that's I think that what prevents me of acting on things that's crazy as well. You know what I mean? Like, it's times I just want to go around punching people in the fucking face.
Don't
But
do that. Don't do
no,
that.
sorry, no, 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 no. But don't do that though. Don't never do that. But I think what really saves me from doing extra crazy stuff, I think is one because I do love people. I love humans. I love people. Even though I might say I don't, but I do love people, and I think one part of me is a people person.
Yeah.
And I care about people. You know what I mean? Because I know what I've been through, and I
Right.
see what I've been through. But I'm not gonna let somebody disrespect me either. I can be the nicest person, but I can also be the cutest person. I can also be the most humble person, but I can be the devil himself.
Ooh. Okay. Watch it.
Right?
I
And all I just ask for very small things. Honesty. Be honest. Okay, if you stuck with the person, okay, cool. It happens. Shit happens. I understand. Things happen.
Mhm.
Right? Okay, cool. Just let me know what happened. Like, don't when you start hiding things, that's when I start like, because think about it. If you can lie to me, you can steal from me. And eventually you can kill me.
Mm. That's some dangerous stuff right there. Yeah.
Yeah, so you know what I mean? So those are my hot, that's what I respect.
Right.
You know what I mean? I know real lyrics is pissed at him. Some stuff.
Oh man, no, Red
Nah,
Lyrics
but
going
yeah.
in. I gotta go
Yo,
into the comments
lyrics
because
in.
wait, hold up. I got you. This
But
is crazy.
but
Look,
what is more sadder is in this process,
mhm,
because of all the damage that she has done, she thinks
right.
she's not thinking that way. Even me and Marcus said that he had some concerns. That's why he never had a child with her. But I said if I would have known this, I would have never did it. You know what I mean? I was the only one left out in the loss. But what people don't understand is when you in this type of business and you have contracts with me and you sign an NDA, it's not a lot of things you're going to be able to move at that point. You understand? And I knew that. So it's a lot of things I knew, and I already knew. You know what I mean? And I think and I just want to let my fans know, like I love your guys. Trust me, I love your guys. Not to talk ill about anybody, but you got to do better. Do better.
Right.
Right now, yeah, you have, and I think deep inside that person really feels like she has messed up about a lot of things. She might not know how to appropriate. I don't listen. I'm not mad at her. I just want her to do better. That's all I ask.
Right.
You know what I mean? But for now on, from this point on, I don't think we can be together. But I'm willing to go to marriage counseling so you can understand how I felt but I don't see us being together after this.
Yeah.
And if I would give you a chance to get you together, you know, because I told her you have a lot of self work you need to do. No, what about you? You know what I mean? Like it always comes back to me when I try to give word of advice. Like I don't know, maybe people don't want my advice. Okay, maybe you don't, but you take the whole world's advice, but you don't take my advice. Me, I know I'm hard headed. I don't listen to nobody. Even X say you hard headed. I told you not to do certain things. Yo, like when she said, but he over there listening to X and Debbie. I said, no, Debbie and X would tell you I am hard headed. They would tell you that, like they told me, like for one, y'all right, and I gotta sit there. Y'all guys was right, cause they was right. You know, I can if I can admit when I'm wrong. I can admit when I'm right. You understand? Okay, I was wrong. Okay, I wasn't always right. Okay, I was wrong. But that doesn't mean keep bashing me. That makes me question my worth. Why am I here with you? You know what I mean? Then you want to say, no, you need to be here. But how am I supposed to be there if you make me question my worth?
And it's the growth too, and the relationship as well.
It's control. You know what I mean? She's trying to control. So I realized, you know, even Marcus, and I realized certain signs is this too. She's trying to get me to isolation because she wants you to only depend on her. And I realized that's what she does. And I realized when I used to go chase after her, I used to like the fool. So now I'm not doing that. She's trying to destroy my name in every way that she can.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and this is exactly what she's doing because I'm not feeding into the bull crap no more like I used to. And I think one part of me is I'm too old for it. I'm maturing more than a lot of people, think. And I just don't want to deal with bullshit. Oh man, I got like half of the things. It's to the point like I even downloaded something. If you're gonna call me, I'm just gonna sit there and listen. But I'm gonna also make a lot of money, and you'll be talking to an AI. That's exactly the way like. It's to the point I only do that for certain phone calls. I know it's gonna be bullcrap. It's gonna be like, but it's true that people be thinking they talking to me, but they talking to an AI that I made.
I'm done.
So the longest they argue with the AI, and I'm just collecting my paycheck while I'm writing shit down. It's funny man, how that works.
I feel you, man. Hey, listen, gotta get the coins, man. Get them coins. Shit.
Yo, and I'm like, like you know how they have the sex line?
Oh my god.
I have made a sex line just does that, just does that.
Interesting. Okay. I'm done.
Shit, if I'm going, time is money. Time is money. Time is valuable. So if you're gonna waste my time, like I already feel like my time was wasted all this time. So I'm like, okay, fine. You know what? But you know what? I could say the best blessing that ever came my way was Kaden. And that's the only thing that really truly made me happy. And I can say that. You know what's so funny? Kaden replaced a lot of women in my life. I didn't want no woman. All I wanted was Kaden. He replaced he fulfilled everything that was in me. And you know what's so funny? And the reason why she's doing all this because she knows I have emotional connection to Kaden. Yeah. So think about it. If you do this and say, yeah, he a bad father, that causes emotional pain on the father. Come on. So it's to the point I had to fight that within me. He knows exactly what she's doing. She knows what she's doing. And every time I try to be with my son to go to his appointments, he flips it. She flipped it and said, nah, she want to start an argument, so I don't come. And I realize it's a constant pattern. And then when her mother steps in, she would have been, no, it needs him. But her mother don't really know what I have on my hands.
Damn.
And to be honest, when you get married, I have all say. Your mother don't no longer have legal authority over you because we're married.
Right. Technically, yeah. Yeah.
So if anything, I can, as a man, and I got my apartment, I got all my stuff, I can say, I think I can easily take Kaden because I am the father. To be honest, and I'm not just that, I'm the husband, and I'm giving out proof. Once I knew that, her thing is going to say, but why did he say this? If you don't have the reason why he said it, which I'm the only one why I said it. That's what's gonna change all the narratives.
Right.
And I know why I said it, and I know what state of mind I was in. How the hell he was this and this, because you want to know why? Because I was hurt. And I cried after that phone call on another man's shoulder. That's some gay shit I'm never going to say in my life, but it's the most truest information. And I cried on another woman's shoulder. That should tell you something. And you're supposed to, yeah, I don't care. I'll give you mother of the year, but you ain't going to get wife of the year. Nope, never. And I'm not doing it to talk bad. I'm just doing it to speak my truth. It's my whole truth. You know what I mean? And I got receipts to back that up. And if you hear Heart of a Lion and others,
Yeah, so you say that a few minutes. So yeah, I got you.
Understand?
I got you.
You're gonna say, I want to go. All right. If you listen to that, I was speaking my truth in my heart.
It's deep. It is deep. It is deep. But before we get into that in the music side, got a few more comments from by the Real Lyrics. He states here, Stormy Murphy is a fake Muslim. Oh my God, that man eats pork. I guess he meant we left the recording studio and to buy a slice of pizza with pepperoni. He says, I took him that pork. He said, no, that beef and Muslims don't smoke cigarettes. I'm done. He says left the recording studio. Wait, hold on. He says Stormy is a fake Muslim because he eats pork and smokes cigarettes. Muslims do not do none of that. Yo, really, I'm a new asshole.
Listen, yeah, that's because my name is Fuquan. That's a Muslim name.
Yes.
If you ever knew what my name meant, it meant the knowledge of good and evil.
Oh wow.
In the Quran. So yeah, I'm gonna go back down to my apartment. So I just wanted to let you know that.
Okay. Yeah, because it might get cut off, right? Oh man. Listen. Yeah, so it keeps coming in and out because of the service. Yeah, it's like.
Yeah, because I'm on like that 33rd floor where the thing is, but yo, I'm gonna go. Then we can finish it downstairs.
Okay, that's what's up. Okay, you gonna play some people. Yeah. That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
So I'm going down.
Okay.
Where's the?
Yeah, can you say if I got cut off here because of the? Mm-hmm. We just gotta wait for him to get some service back on while he's in the elevator. Again, guys, the chat is open. Is a live show. Breaking news.
We're reconnecting slowly. Sorry.
Yeah, I hear you now. Yeah.
You hear me?
No, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I hear
you. guys hear me?
Yeah.
That's not good. Hello?
Okay. Can you hear me? I am here.
Hello? Hello?
Oh, no. Are you trying to get him back out?
Phone down.
Oh, no. Don't do that, no.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hello? I'm back. You hear me?
Okay, you hear me?
Hello?
I'm here. Okay, he's gonna come back in a few minutes. I think it was the service and that. Oh man, you got me cracking up Real Lyrics. You rip him a new asshole. I'm livid right now. Listen, all has been revealed, as they called it, right? Again, this is a exclusive interview. Again, if you're late into the show, listen, we are live right now on the show. Exclusive interview with artist GStar FuFu, and who's the owner of FuFu Nation. That's why we're back. You good?
Yep. I'm sorry. I'm in the apartment.
No, it's good. It's okay. Don't worry about it. All right. So unless we can hear each other, we're good.
Oh yes.
Oh, there he goes. He just disappeared. It is crazy today. Again, chat is open. Always welcome to comment, any feedback. This is a spicy interview, exclusive here on the show. All right, let's try to get back on here. Hold on, 1 second. Hold on. Oh, 1 second. I got you. Okay, you there? You hear me?
Yep, I hear you. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. It's okay. So let's get back. This is crazy. Lyric said, laughing my ass off. I gotta put that one more. Hold on.
Wait, what he said?
He said, laughing my ass off.
Oh, what did I say?
No, because you said, with the Muslim stuff. Oh no, he did not. He put the T emoji and the laughing. Yes. Yes.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie though, it's crazy because like, don't get me wrong, he could be a better person. I know he has qualities that he has not discovered yet.
Yeah.
I think we all know that. You know what I mean? I just you don't care what other people say about. Listen, if I don't really care, like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be very blunt. I don't give a fuck what somebody tell me or what they want to say about me. It's just let me know what you're gonna say first. That's all I ask. It's the principle.
Right.
Now, like, yeah, you can talk about me. I don't give a fuck. It's just like, what I mean? When you do it out of that, right, and I don't know about it, then people tell me. Remember, because my team is going to see it first.
Mm-hmm.
My team is going to see it first. They're going to let me know, like, yo, they doing some stuff, right? And that's how that go.
Facts.
And it's true because, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to jump on you or nothing. Just do it right. If you want to go, for example, say, yo, FuFu, I want to battle you. I want to see who's the best. Yeah, I'll do it with you. Yeah, I love challenges. FuFu always up for a challenge. I remember we was on this thing. I remember, I'm gonna say, he's a dope artist too. I mean, I didn't get a chance to really talk to him on good terms. What's his name? Jay something. Jay something, right? I think he's I heard his music. I'm like, yo, you good. You know what I mean? I just, like, hey, because I was looking up how, but even though he tried to come, like, yeah, I got this and this, because I have access to all that information as well,
I feel you. He states here, you already know, Vero, people got to know that truth. I'm done. He says he not telling it, so let me tell it. Laughing out loud.
I know.
I'm done. But let's go back to the music now. We're gonna take a break and we're gonna play the new single that just got out today, officially here on the show, which is already out. But
it came out Friday.
Oh, awesome!
The Lion. That's a nice photo. You know what that photo was? It was like an elevation. I don't know if you saw the photo of the album cover, but cool. that was a moment letting people know. I'm still standing even when you thought I'd fallen.
Amen.
Because you know what's so funny? We're going through a major change in corporate as well. And my corporate is going through a major change because I'm slowly want to have more time with my family to get that settled out and and I just I got this company to its major success already. You understand? But even though we have a little bit more way to go. Because we're about to reach 3 million streams, and phones are going to be going off anyway once you get to 1 million.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Like, you understand, I already knew that, and once it's going to be publicly known, and I've been filing with the SCC.
Yes.
To try to get investments because I think at one point, I don't know if you knew, we went into the red. We need to go back into the. Black. We were in the black, so we need to get back into the red. Normally, you think red means bad, right, in accounting, but it means good actually in accounting. So the black is normally where you need to make more money, you're down, you have lost a lot, right? You're not functioning, you're in debt, right? Mm-hmm. So red is the opposite in accounting.
Interesting. I'm learning something new today.
Yeah, so I have a good friend. He's been around us for a minute. He's actually my CFO, my chief financial officer. So he's like, yo, you need to do something, get out of this. And while of course we're doing the press as well, which you today as well. I'm also, and I heard rumors say that TMZ might be outside the courtroom on the 31st.
Oh, okay. Good to know now. Yes.
So that's gonna up popularity either way. So yeah.
That's what's up. Real Lyrics says here, congratulations, bro. That's what.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you so much too. Congratulations on your success as well. Oh yeah, and this year, if any, I wanted to say this too. Any recording artist that wants to be considered for the Grammy opening season, let me know. Vera G is on one. She's actually, and Jason is actually on our board members as well, officially of FuFu Nation Music Group and Entertainment board members. So they are officially, because I think we've been partnering how long? Since what, 2023?
I think around there. Give and take.
So yeah, so I wanted to say, we have our ups and downs. I ain't say we get along every time, but we do have our ups and downs. But you know what's so good about it? We can all come together and say, you know what? Okay, we can fix this. You know what I mean? It's always there's nothing that you can. Real partnership is everything you can fix.
Amen to that. Yeah.
If they feel some way that I'm doing something like this, let me know. They say, if you could do this better, and I'm disappointed in this. I said, okay, how can I fix it? You know what I mean? A boss would say, me. I'm not I consider myself as a leader.
I love that.
Like, you understand, I'm a leader, not a boss tells you what to do. I don't want, I have other people to do that for me. Like, you understand? True. Like, I don't need to do that. I'm a leader. I have to lead multiple assets. And so, and let me tell, so FuFu, everybody people keep calling FuFu Nation Holdings. FuFu Nation Holdings is that's our financial investment in branch. They invest, you know what I mean? Because you have a group of investors, and that branch invests into other LLCs that we have.
Nice.
Let me just confirm. The FuFu Nation Empire is the corporate. That's overall corporate. Mm-hmm. So if nobody knows, you have to call that number. No, you're not going to get anybody from FuFu Nation Holdings. You're not going to get nobody. There's nobody. That is only for services, for people that once they invest in contractuals. That's a contractual investment firm, and we handle investment firms, right? So that's you don't make money from that very quickly. Those are in returns on people's taxes. So so what I'm thinking about doing for the courts is but only thing is she has to pay that back in taxes.
Yeah.
So the thing is I'm gonna have to take I'm gonna gotta deal with the things where for example it would be like a W-2 position, so she'll get paid as a 1099 position as a contractor just to take care of Katie. That's the best way we can do that, because why is because the company's not in my name.
Right.
You understand? So you got to understand what was already done. Actually, why you think I said I wanted the name Caden Joshua Finley? Or it was supposed to be Caden Johns Finley. But but all the legal tape around that is hard to, for example, because you got to go through me to get that, right? But if I'm not the owner, it's in somebody else's name and it's a will to it, you got to go through more red tape that you don't know how to get through. At least you have, and the company is in an offshore asset account in France.
Oh, wow.
Switzerland. I had somebody do that for me.
That's what's up.
So I don't own it. So when Caden turns 35 years old, he will be able to access that. Long as he follows the guidelines. If his mother don't get the guidelines, he doesn't get anything.
Right.
So either way, it goes right back to who? Me.
Yep, you. Yeah. Pretty much.
If it's already set up that way, and X is also part of the exalter.
Okay.
It's a difference. A judge exalts the decision, right? Mm-hmm. It's all out. It's a lot of hidden secrets I know. And you know what's so funny? You know how we have U.S. citizen and national? I'm a nationalist. Nobody knew that. I turned my birth certificate into a nationalist, and I turned my ID into a nationalist. So we don't. I'm a noble. I follow noble law.
Interesting.
So a regular, for example, did you know as a nationalist I can fly on a plane without a passport? You wouldn't even know.
What?
Yeah,
No.
it's different. It's a lot of secrets they don't want you to know.
I'm learning everything. Each day is a new lesson.
You can have multiple passports, and you can have for different countries and the United States. That means you can go anywhere without even somebody stopping you.
Very interesting. Huh.
It's a lot of hidden secrets. Did you know if you ever got? Did you ever know, like, even if a nationalist, if I have a permit but it's a nationalist, you can't pull me over. So yes, I'm pretty much a free man, and I'm not a citizen because a citizen's a debt to America.
That's crazy.
Because when you're born, they give you a birth certificate and a social security. That creates a bond.
Right.
Listen, like, think about it. That creates a bond in your name. So every time you open up something, it creates the government money.
That makes sense.
And there's ways to access that money that I'm slowly getting access to.
Okay.
Exactly, right? Because once you become a nationalist, you have access. I can even get cadence. I can get the government that they open. But the only thing is, right? Because I'm no longer that. I'm operating as an entity or a human, a regular. Because remember, you're not a citizen. If you don't know your rights and you don't know who you are, they're gonna take advantage of you.
Right.
Because think about it, why you think most innocent black men go through stuff. When you know, to my honest, I remember saying some stuff that, I'm just like, you know what, I know. That's it. That's all. I wasn't trying to, You ever seen the person that types in the court, like, they just stop and go like this? Because you said something that, like, oh, we in trouble because he knows a lot more than what we think he knows. And I did this when I went into the courtroom because I already knew what I was dealing with.
Interesting.
Because there's certain symbols that they do what I already knew. So when I do this and when I go like this, I'm letting everybody know I know what you know.
The Freemasons, yeah, it's pretty much what. Yeah, let's give it what it is. Yeah, I already know
exactly. So when I go like this, like
right.
for example, when like this, I would like to know, and everybody just, and when you can look like, because I know I have nothing to hide, so I can look authoritative in a courtroom without knowing that people don't really know what I know.
Right.
So it's a lot. It's a lot of, because think about it. It goes back to Rome. So I found the hippie, because I remember when I was like, I don't think it applies to family court or not. But I even do family court. I applied for. I tried to see what it would do. I applied for habeas corpus.
Gotcha.
Show cause why I'm here.
Right.
But be careful with that because, right? Now, you can also challenge jurisdiction. I have challenged jurisdictions I was actually somebody's legal advocate at the age of 17. That should tell you something. Her name was hey, I miss you, Brianna Hernandez. That was a good friend of mine. She hit this other girl with a fucking brick.
What?
But she survived. They had a fight, they were struggling, something happened.
Oh, okay.
So I said, okay, because I knew people. For it. My uncle was a judge.
Damn, this is some deep shit.
And I have people that I know that are judges, and I know people. I even know a federal DA.
Damn.
And a federal prosecutor. I know, it's a lot of things I know. And when it's a lot of things I know, people don't know a lot. And it's funny because I was able to get and also the and I don't know, I know he lives in your building, she lives in your building, I think. What's her name? The lady that had the artist. I'm also working on releasing him secretly. So I went above the state jurisdiction. I went to federal because that's how you challenge the state courts. You file an affidavit to know why and to bring up cause and why.
Right.
So, for example, so I found now for his case because he's locked up without any reason or reasonable evidence. So I can say, here, I would like to file a habeas corpus. You know, they hated me when I knew that.
They're like, oh no,
So,
he came with the legal stuff.
yeah, so because it all goes by the ancient knowledge, the Black Law Dictionary I bought years ago, and to this day, because remember, if you know what they know, you have more power.
Right.
That's when why you think. You know what I mean? That's why I say, even though he's like, yeah, I can represent myself. And the thing is, he said, you know, you have a right. I said, yes, I have a right. No, I don't have a right to an attorney. I have a right to counsel. Is a big difference. So you know what I mean? So I'm looking, I'm listening, and I'm okay. He think I'm a fool. I have a right to counsel. It's a difference. You know what I mean? I know. It's funny because people trying to make me the villain, but I'm over here trying to overthrow stuff because I already see the problems in our system and it needs to be fixed. But you want to hear something funny? Let's say, right? Because I went into jail like, oh, that's everybody. It's funny how people know who I am to this day. I said, somebody asked me if I ever, Carlos asked me this. Fool, if I ever went to jail, how you survive? Simple. You turn everybody against each other, have everybody kill each other, then you're the only one left.
Damn.
Dangerous.
That's crazy.
Bro, but think about it. Why you think they banned it? Why you think they banned it? The 180 laws of power.
I heard them.
You understand? And I read those books. That's what that's why I said I'm a very formal. I have survived in worse situations. So a lot of people don't even know I was tortured for a living.
Oh my God.
So I am pain. I'm at this point. I don't care. I can take pain. Only time I couldn't take when I had to get my fucking rotten tooth out. That's the only thing that was killing me. Yeah, that shit hurt. And then the woman that I was so-called married to. I don't know if it's even called marriage at this point, or a father. Because if you don't let a man be the father, you want to down him every 5 minutes. Then what's the sense of it? What's the sense of him being there? You make him question his own worth. That's not his fault. You know what I mean? So yeah, that shit hurt. But yeah.
No, I feel you. I understand.
So
I'm sorry.
So no, I'm just saying because that's why a lot of people say, "Yo, I don't know how." When somebody said to me, "How you survived?" I would have been like quit, and like why? Because not everybody can go. God put me on this earth. You understand? God made me go through stuff. This actually was even though okay, we had our beef. Everybody saw it in the world. Okay. But what people don't know, I learned a lot in this situation. I learned that you can't. Anytime a woman says, "I want to be with you, please give me another chance," you don't always. That's second time. This is going on to the third time. I'm not doing it. The third time, that's a shame on me because I should have known better.
Right.
And it's funny because even her mother even told me not. You sure you want to do that? Even her mother said that. I'm like, something ain't right.
Oh, man, this game is spicy.
And everybody told me not to be with her. Quasi Edge told me not to be with her. Everybody told me, and I'm like, if everybody's saying, and then eventually I questioned. I'm like, yo, why people told me not to be with you? Because they don't want to see us happy together. And I'm like, too many people saying the same old thing. So it was kind of like scary for me at first. I'm like,
I think it's called red flag, man.
Yo, did I ever tell you right before we was right when we got to that thing? Fuquan, don't tell mom that we're getting married. I'm like, why you want me to tell her? Why you hiding this? Wow. So and it's because I want her mother there. Because to be honest, I felt because the night before she cried why you don't want you engaged? You put her engaged. I said engaged. I didn't want to jump into it. That's why you come engaged to get to know each other first, and then you get married.
Yeah.
So, and I'm just sitting there because I was long behind closed doors. I'm not going to do it in front of her. But I said, asking people, do you think it's a good idea? And I felt this. And is it a good idea? I just think we need to be engaged a little bit longer. I don't want to jump in. My worst part, jumping in without even knowing. And we realized we really don't know each other that well.
I'm sorry you went through all that. It's a lot.
Yeah, we really don't even know each other that well. And it's fucked up that we going and I was an innocent child involved. And you know, when you mess, you know, and I'm finally got my stuff back in order, because dealing with women, only women can make a man go crazy like that. I tell you.
Lord.
Yo,
See
like,
that.
and now that I'm by myself, I'm thriving. We doing good stuff, and like, and I know deep inside is eating a lot of people out. Like, how the hell, yo, what? And then people probably like questioning in their head, like, this man got all his stuff together, and then he was the problem. So how is he the problem? You now how you gonna There's no way you can, you know. But I think some of it is this lack of knowledge, it's lack of understanding, it's lack of things. You know what I mean? Listen, I'm not chasing behind no woman. I have too much self-value.
I understand.
You know what I mean? I'm not chasing after you. I did that, okay. That's only gonna get those 2 times for me. I'm not chasing you a 3rd time. The fuck I look like? If you don't want to be in my life, I'm not holding you hostage. Go. Go. I'm not stopping you. Go. I'm not gonna what I'm supposed to do. Oh, I gotta hold the rabbits. No, I'm not doing that. I'm too grown for that. I'm way too more mature than that. And I'm not over here saying, you know what's so funny? Not one thing I said she was a bad mother, but she gonna call me a bad father. I said no, she just need a lot of guidance. That's all I said. Guidance is not being bad.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think you need to get because I saw too many red flags, and you know, and I was trying to explain it to her mother, but they kept jumping on me based on what she said. Okay, fine, listen to your daughter. Because I already know the truth. I know you're being deceived the whole time. Sadly, I knew that already. But I say, you know what? I can't wait. No, I said, go ahead. Because you know why? Because I know she'll look like a fool at the end of the day.
Facts. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to play the new single. It's called Heart of a Lion. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm a lion. Yes. And I want to play it now. It's dope. It's already out, as you said, since Friday.
It's out now, yeah?
Yeah, on all digital platforms. Please go support it. You're welcome. After that, we're gonna play "Strip," which is one of my favorite songs.
You know what's so fun? I think it was "Ride Out" was my first. I was just brand new, like doing it professionally.
That's crazy.
So a lot of people don't know that it was like "Ride Out" then "Strip." I did that when I was actually working underneath Live It Up Productions Records.
Damn.
Yeah, I was under at the time my manager's name was Big Time. He still is. No, we still work together as well. You know, but I think he has his own things he's doing as well. I just never understood the situation enough. But yeah, man. Cool.
I feel you. So yeah. Oh, okay. So we're gonna play that, and then we're gonna play which is really deep, no pun intended, is really a deep song. It's called My Deepest Thoughts. So we're gonna play that back to back, and then we'll be right back. So guys, take a break, get some tea, get some coffee, go take a shit. We are back on the Vero G Spotlight Radio Show with your girl Vero G and our amazing guest for today, artist GStar FuFu, and also with FuFu Nation. So be right back. Don't leave anybody. We got more tea to spill. We'll be right back.
I got a heart of a lion. I got a heart of a lion. I take a lot in. Deep thoughts. Heart of a lion. What? Tell them where we at though. I can take so much where they at though. Lat though. Everybody step back. I'm ready to eat? Dinner time. Yo, you ready for dinner? We gotta go hunt. When a hunter becomes the hunt, I guess I was hunted. Watch the hunter become for the hunted. Huh? How the hunter come to hunted, huh? Trying to figure that out. Roar! I got a heart of a lion, and niggas be thinking I'm lying, huh? They lying. You a lion? I got a heart of a lion, these niggas be lying. Put it back in the Shire. What you doing, though? I'll put it back in Orion. Orion just put it back in the Nyan. Niggas be thinking they lying down on the green pastures. I feel no evil, I walk into the shadow of doubt. Put them niggas back, put it back, put it back, back. Yeah, man, I gotta show it all up. FuFu like an M. Yeah, I feel like Kobe Bryant in the shits. Don't you ever fuck with me, that's a legend. FuFu here now, got a heart of a lion. I'm in the jungle, best believe niggas try to play me. That's a new show, that's a new mate. Wait a minute, that's a casket. That sound like your career. Man, I'm coming for the niggas that ever come. I levitated, I'm up for a challenge. I ain't talking about a stormy day, I'm talking about a deep. I wanna go deep in the ocean and discover what NASA been hiding. I wanna do some shit that nobody ever did. I wanna break out the dome and go to space and go to heaven to different avenues. I wanna go open up another box. Tell them where we at. Tell them niggas can never show where I'm at. I guess I'm way more greater. I understand it is extraordinary, Everything I touch turn to gold, they wonder why. They talk a lot of mess and they don't show no receipts. I got a lot of receipts, I can show them all. I can go to the mall and brush them all. We can go to law, we can go buy it all. Black card paid for, tell a nigga whoa, whoa, whoa. I pull up and that bitch know what I think is good. I pull up in and that bitch know what I think is good. Best believe they know they coming back. Understanding nobody talking out of mesh. Big dick nigga put a spell on a nigga. They don't even know when they did it, I did it. I wrote it, I turned it to espionage and understand like it was devious and devious. Man, I try to turn it disobedience. Oh, BBB, I love my woman, BBW. And I love the way she put some milk, I love the way she eat it up like it like a Kim Possible. We can talk it like it was Kimmy. Put it back and it was Remy. Put it back and no niggas be thinking I know it, I lied, I'm just Timmy. I'm trying to put it back and I know it. FuFu made it back again, tell them where we at though. I know they hating on the nigga, but okay though. I've been flexing on the nigga, where they show it though. Like if I was Ricky Rose, you know I'm in it though. I'm in it for the long run. When I'm in a relationship, I'm in it for the long run. This is my deepest thoughts. This is my deepest things. This is the deepest things that I'm thought. I'm tired of niggas talking.
Strip from a nigga, Strip from a nigga like me, Make it pop for a certified G. Strip from a nigga like me, Make it pop for a certified G. I just left the Bahamas, I was with Rihanna. She put saliva on my anaconda. She's in love with the G-Star. She ride me like I'm a Caesar. As soon as she hop up in the car, she know how to work that pole. She know how to work that pole. I ain't on parole. I'm about to go. Already know. Shit from a nigga like me. Make it pop for a certified G. Strip from a nigga like me. Make it pop for a certified G. 3 months ago I was with Kim K. You better check that DNA. I her chill around my way. She threw me up in a Bentley, or was it a Mercedes? I don't even know. All I heard was moans. You already know. Strip from a nigga like me. Make it pop for a certified G. Strip from a nigga like me. Make it pop for a certified G. Focus on the walls. You already know. I was focused on the walls. You already know. Few months ago with Kim K. Better check that DNA. When I sing to the ladies, strip from a nigga like me. Make it pop for a certified G. Strip from a nigga, make it pop. For a certified G. Strip from a nigga like me. Make it pop for a certified G. Trip from a nigga like me. Make it pop. Make it pop. Make it pop. Make it pop. Yeah, you already know. GStar FuFu on this track. The ladies know. When I come in, make the penny drop. You already know.
This is FuFu Nation music, nation music, nation music, nation music.
Yeah. This year, 3 years been crazy. I just been trying to find myself and my ways. Also been trying to be a father at the same time. But I guess nobody will never understand it. I have to express myself for people to really understand it. Even though the pain hurt, I levitated more than I can understand it. But damn, I was just trying to be successful to leave my legacy for my child. But everybody want to beat up a man that's trying to beat it. But I guess, I don't even know. If you don't listen to me, if you're not listening to me, why am I here for? If everybody want to plan around me, what am I here for? Good question. Let's take it back. Man, I know they coming, trying to get this money. They say I'm broke, okay. They calling me broke, okay. 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 I guess I'm broke, right? Like 40 most. I try to love you like if it was cooked food. Wear my heart, I try to do it bigger. They hating on me, why they had the bleast? I'm the beast, man, I'm just coming out of the meese. The Reese, I rose like the 33. I guess I had to go into dust. Turn it back and I made it out of East. I guess the power risen like a 33 eagle. I guess that's the 33, the knowledge is impeccable. I put it back in, I understand it, knowledge. Put it back in enlightenment. Put it back in wisdom, the only person can do. Put it back in nobody left. I'm just trying to teach the morals and principles. Nobody understand it. Levitated more. I was born old school, looking at the new school. It ain't the same, man, I'm looking at me. Them eyes ain't my blishes. My eye don't weigh, my eye don't blishes. They know I do it like I'm pushing. Put it back in, I'm pushing. Let everybody know when I'm kissing, I'm kissing, I'm pushing. Put it back and I know when I did it more. I turn it to animals, I put it back in the noosa. Put it back in, I got it like Versace. Go back to Versace like Medusa. You couldn't do it, I did it like a noosa. A boosa, a goosa. I put it back in a rusa. A Russo, put it back in a Russo. Put it back in a Mose. Put it back in, I work it. Levitated more than these niggas can never do it. I rake up, I racked up like rakists. Put it back in an acres. Put it back in 20 herds and acres. 40 mils and 40 acres. Sending them niggas like 100 acres. I put it back, man. Alright. If it was like it, you see me on TV, I guess it's televised. With all them eyes, look at all them eyes. It's revolutionized. Knowledge is power. Money just fuse it. Put it back in them cut. Money just fuse it like it was a car. Go than 40 million horsepower. You couldn't kick it into ignition. Man, it's going faster than you can ever think it now. Put it back and I know it more. Girl. Tell the story, I'm back. Man, I'm just trying to come. I was abused as a child. Now I'm coming back and I'm home now. Broke now, my family turned against me like they had no sense. They making out no fence. They making 50 cents an hour. Where they at? Making 99 cents an hour. Where the fuck they at? Couldn't never call them for nothing. They try to blame me with my own shits. Man, them narcissists be really deep
turn it like nieces. I put it back in our Reese's. Reese's pieces, get it like nieces. The niggas be thinking I'm nieces. Put it on right, put it on people, put it back. I'm 4-line, I kick back and I know minds. Lot of shit, people say they care about you, but they ready to do bullshit to you, they don't care.
FuFu Nation music, nation music, nation music, nation music.
Hold up, wait. I gotta do the sounds. Hold up. Yes, I got it. Got the sound bite. Yes. Listen, that's fucking fire. Listen, I'm open it one more time. Hold up. I found the sound bite. I'm gonna use this shit. Hold up. Yes. I got it right now. I'm like, what to my face?
Oh my God.
Yo, that's fucking fire, bro.
Yo, that was like 3 big hits in one.
Yeah, I was like killing them. I was like, all right, like a disco up in here. Like, okay, let's get it.
Yo.
That's a fresh shit right there.
You know what it is? I make my best music when I'm in pain.
That's how sometimes it is. Yep.
You know what I mean? Like Strip, I think I was just trying to find. Like, I was letting the world know. But you want did you ever read like did you ever know I was part of a group at one point called EWD?
No.
What? Oh shit.
I never knew that shit. I thought it was a solo artist. Okay. You know.
All right. So it was me and a Spanish guy named Carlos. And there was one more other person, but they dropped out.
Okay.
So me and Carlos said we're gonna stick it together. Then we end up falling out. Long story short, you know, it was, you know, do you know what the group stands for?
No.
Every Woman's Dream. EWD. Every Woman's Dream.
Gotcha.
Because I think it was like, yo, how can we break a name down that explains all of this? Carlos was tall, Spanish, sexy. That's my boy, though, love him to death. What up, love?
Yeah.
But we did, the matter of fact, he's on that song, YouTube Shorty. You can be my YouTube, Shorty, Shorty, Shorty. You can be my YouTube. Shorty.
Okay.
Yo, like, you know what I mean? And I said, yeah, guess who produced that song?
Who?
I produced YouTube Shorty. I produced one part of the song called Party. And then
That's official.
Like, yo, and that was the biggest pop song that you couldn't really find nowhere.
Right.
You couldn't have nobody else produce it for you. That's one of them shits that you gotta be like, you know what? From scratch. New York Islanders, I produced. And I call it, I started off using French horns and French, like, keyboards. And then I said, okay, now we need some, boom, boom. I got some horns and drones in there, got some drums in there. And that was it. Like, that was history. I said, wait a minute. Okay, I'm missing something.
So you just added different elements to it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just like, then I said something missing. The French horn and French bells. Then it go like, then now it sounds like an anthem. New York, Islanders, New York, New York.
That's what's up, man. Yeah.
And you already know they played it. You know what's so funny? You can tell with the shit I go through. You know what it is? And they know they apologized to me. I was able to go in they invited me to the building to apologize.
Oh wow.
Because they said, Faquan, we just couldn't fire you. We couldn't find a reason to fire you. We just because we couldn't keep you there and play your song inside the arena.
Wow.
So it already erased my suspicions as it is. Like, now you give me fired and now you play that big song in there and it's in front of the whole arena.
That's crazy.
You know what it is? I kind of knew it was political. That's why it was like jumped up, and it also upped their ratings as well, believe it or not. Even though it was on Summer Jam.
That's big. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now the team wants to buy the song.
Okay.
So I'm fighting with it because I own the copyrights.
See, when you own it, they have to go through you. That's how.
Yeah, they gotta go through me. Even with the song, the video they played on the NBC, like I own that. I own the copyrights to that. Right. So when they played the video, Now it's a little bit different because now the videographer. So I had to sign them, because behind closed doors, I was signing the I still got the contract too, as well. For the sync licensing deal. That was actually, I can say that's one of my first big sync licensing deals.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So I was like, even though I was embarrassed, but I said, you know what? God ain't gonna let this slide like this. It's gonna be all right. And I said, you know what? I wish it would have went a little. I wish it wasn't so intense, because we was tense before that. That's what I say. You know what? We're gonna make these ratings. They ratings are gonna skyrocket. And I say, y'all want to bring my music manager because they said no because they was trying to mold. It's a difference. When NBC wants to mold you, they don't want none of your team around. So it's different. It's political. That's how. I don't know if you saw the show and I was just sitting there like this. Is this political? Is this some type of political movement? I was trying to tell, and I think Steve Wilkos, he knew it was political. But
That's
even
crazy.
I knew it was political. And I'm trying not to let the cameras see me talking because that's a different thing. But he says that's why he went like this. Look. Because I was asking him, is it political? And I don't know if y'all see me reading my arm and stuff because I didn't remember the lines they told me to say.
What?
So
they gave you lines?
I was cold reading a little bit, then I had an improv. I said, no.
That is crazy. So it is scripted then?
Some parts of it, not all.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. Not all. Some parts. I don't know her part because you never know your partner's part. You don't know the person that you. But some part because they gotta get their ratings up too. That's just TV politics 101.
True.
But but don't get me wrong. This was a beautiful experience. That actually upped my sales for a little bit too. So it did exactly what it was supposed to do.
I got it.
So you ever notice after that we've been having viral trends. It won't go down.
That's crazy.
It has just stopped. It has not stopped. Remember, the video had 340,000 in 2024, and now we got more shit coming in. Oh my god, it's been a ride. And people be like, yo, we gotta ride that momentum. I said, we already is. It's gonna go for a good minute.
Facts.
So and now I don't know if you know, we're no longer with. Well, my distribution is no longer with Virgin.
Oh.
So now they're independent.
Got it. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it was a while back though. I think. Yeah,
they officially did it in 2025 beginning because they was already removing themselves. Remember, because I was also supposed to go in. So that's on pause. I was supposed to go into Sony.
Okay.
I was supposed to switch to Sony Orchard, but I said let me put that deal on hold right now because I got so much stuff going on.
Right.
And it's overwhelming. Then with her stuff, and then this stuff, and then everybody calling me from. I got people calling me from LA. I got people calling me from different places. This ain't easy. And right now we can't even do anything because we actually literally still in the fucking red. We're broke.
That's true.
Potentially broke.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean. I can't leave the company broke.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean. So I have other ways of getting us out of it. But now right now my credit score is skyrocketing. I don't know if you know this.
No, that's good.
Everybody's sending me credit cards left and right.
But just don't go crazy. Just No.
But I'll be eligible for a black. I'm actually a black card came in the mail. I don't know if I should open that because I know that's
use that for emergency. No, use that for emergency.
Yeah, right. But you know what's so funny? Because that one thing, that black card, American Express, and that's not no regular Perpetuity card. That's a platinum card.
Damn.
That's the one of the highest end. That's the most elite card. That's not just no average black card. That's a platinum.
That's crazy.
That's only 1% of people have that card. And they're the most wealthiest fucking people.
That's like unlimited. Yeah, that's what I said.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'm fucking broke and I don't have no money and I got that shit. I should tell you some shit.
Just hold on to it.
But if you think about it, we was making we had a lot of stuff working for us. That's why I was able to say that too. Yeah, we about to make $10.5 billion. But when you know what's so funny? It's true. Only women can bring down empires, man. You know what I mean? It's since ancient times, Rome, kings, right? Because a queen is supposed to protect the queen. If you ever look at the board of chess,
yeah,
the queen protects the king.
There you go.
So why you think I said I already know what Stormy's doing? That's how I replaced the queen with at that time with China.
I feel you.
I'm not stupid. I was gonna have feelings. I got a queen right now. Okay, yeah, Storm. All right. Okay, she thinks she okay. I got a queen on my side. I always got backup, and I'm not even talking about a sneaky link because I don't need none of those. Because you know what I mean. Like after this relationship, people think I'm sleeping with. Like, no, there's no need for that. You understand? Right. After dealing with what I'm dealing with that person, no, I don't need to have sex with nobody else. The fuck, I can't even get through with the shit with you first.
Yeesh, yeah.
I'm just waiting for us to be divorced. I can't even be with nobody else and completely and give my all to if I still got to deal with you. Yeah, and I gotta let them know, like I gotta make sure they right around my kids. I got a son now. I gotta make sure they good with that. There's a lot of bullshit, into this.
I understand. Let's change up a little bit. I wanted to ask you about your, like I said, we thought the music, the album. You said you're working on it this year as well.
Yes, I'm working on an album.
Okay. Okay.
But it was called Legendary to Extraordinary.
Oh, nice.
And to be honest with you, that's also is part of a movie that we're filming.
Oh, yeah, we talked about. Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah.
So, one we just got approved for for a big production company to spend money to shoot this film.
That's big.
We submitted the script for Formable.
Okay.
I am a lead actor in that film.
Oh, wow. That's
because
big.
I'm the only one because he written it based on how I think and how I move.
Gotcha.
Alex is genius. X is genius. Makes sense?
Definitely.
So when you look at it at a certain way, he said, yo, because he's seen me in action. He's seen me in move. Like for example, because I was sparring with somebody. He's like, this person gonna do this, and I was there to go like this. Like, how the fuck you just do that shit? Like, I don't know. Like, you understand? Like, is this right? Block. Right? Because if I hit you here, you can't breathe, you can't fight.
That's true.
Right? That's true. So, and because I used to have fun doing handcuffs, so I know those little fucking tricks. Like,
there you go.
There's a lot of shit I know. Like, yeah.
That's what's up. But I'm excited. You guys got the movie coming out. You got the album you're working on.
The clothing line. Oh, yes. We pushed that back because I know it's in the middle because we're trying to finalize with Walmart. But I also might have a deal with Saks and Fifth Ave.
Damn, that's big.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm sorry. I know I'm in it all right. Let me.
Okay. It's okay.
I know me. I'm over here in the mirror trying to find out, trying to fix. Sorry.
It's okay. It's fine.
But I think what? I'm just chilling. I'm just having, what I mean? I'm just waiting for people to come to their senses. That's really it. Right. You know what I mean? You know what's so funny? A woman came up to me yo, why you going through the shit that you're going through? If you was my man, I would cherish what you have. I would cherish you because you bring a lot to the fucking table. I don't know why they don't see that. I said, sweetie, I'm still trying to figure that out. You know what I mean? Because I bring a lot to the table. And for somebody to sit down, and I remember somebody, it's funny how I had more women come up to me now in my life than when I was with, dealing with everything else. And I realized it because I'm like, damn, because I think when when I take like when people say crazy things about me, I use that as fuel. Fuel just to make, you know what? Okay, fine. They want to talk because I love proving. I love when people prove me right, and when they thought they was right, they end up being wrong.
Facts.
I haven't. I don't know. So far, people all been proving me right since.
That's crazy. This is wild. This is wild.
Yeah. Yo, you know what's so funny? I said what? I said it was funny because I was like this. Yo, we're gonna end up in custody battle. Watch what I say. Watch, because she gonna keep doing this and doing this, and we're gonna and I'm gonna like just now. I'm tired of taking it, so we're gonna end up here. I shouldn't have to be ejected to. No, the piece. No. And then I never had a woman hit me and feel like a fucking monkey hit me.
Oh my god.
That shit, like you know what I mean? And I have to bite that because I'm a man. I have to bite that because you know I was raised not never put my hand in a woman. I'm like, okay, I respect that about myself.
Right.
But when I have to bite down, don't get me wrong, I will always love her, but I can love her from a distance.
I understand.
And I'm going to be really honest. I can love her from a distance. I will always love her, but I can love her from a distance. Even how much pain she caused me, I was, you know, that's the truth. Like, you won't get that nowhere. Even though I might say some things out of pain, but I will always love her. She's the mother of my child, but it doesn't mean I'm going to sit here and let you do what you're going to do. No, I can't allow that. It's wrong, and it's evil, and it's vindictive. I'm not doing that.
I understand. I'm sorry, Matt.
Yes.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying, like, you know, it's wrong. Like, two wrong. Like, okay, one thing if I can admit when I'm wrong, but two wrongs don't make it right. And then you justifying your wrongs. It's funny because I'm sorry, it was just a conversation I was having earlier that really made shit make sense. I'm not even mad at it no more. I'm just looking at it. It's just sad. It really is sad. You know what I mean? It's sad. I went from mad to like depressed about it to now looking at it like it's just sad. It's sad. You know what I mean? It's sad that, you know, we have a child. No, that's a blessing. Don't get me wrong. It is a blessing. But it's sad how we can't even see eye to eye. And it's funny because when even though I'm not going to, you know, but she came with Caden and Caden dragged us together. I'm like, Caden, you know, I don't want to people, you know, I can't talk to your mother right now, right, Caden? You know, he smiled like he was so happy around me. You know, he was happy that I was there because I don't know, but I see him in them pictures that she be posting and all that. People be like, damn. You know what I mean? He looks so unhappy. He like, damn, this woman don't put me down. She don't stop giving people to hold me. Man, I wish I can talk to my dad right now. I'll snitch everything out. You know he gonna start snitching.
I don't know nothing.
yo, kids talk. He'll be like, yo, my dad was mad. Well, that's not what my dad like. How would you know that? You never had some kids come out and say that. At least my dad didn't love me. How would you know that? You too young.
Damn.
That's not what he said when Mama went to church with him. And she had me in my dress blues.
I'm done.
And I'm gonna be like, Kaden. Because you know, but I'm gonna train him like, listen, cause me and your mother argue, still respect her. Like, you understand? Because me and two adults don't get along, Kaden, respect your mother. Right. I would never teach. She's teaching him how to disrespect me. I would never taught him how to disrespect me. You see the difference? And he's around people that's talking crap about me every 24/7, like I don't know it. And she, you know, yelling at me, cursing at me. You know what? And then I'm supposed to sit there and deal with it, have my son listen to this? Then she want to blame me on why he wakes up. No. He's very healthy. ACS woman even told me, like, yo, he's healthy. You know what I mean? And I'm like, this woman crazy. I don't know what the hell she doing.
I understand.
My lawyer, it's funny how my attorney said, yo, y'all both need help. I said, I can't argue with him on that. Yes, and know what I told my attorney? I said, yep, I need help to get away from her. That's all. Yeah, you're right. I do need help to get away from her. Because she crazy. She drives me. She sucks. She's a sucker bitch. She drains me fucking dry. My whole essence look dry. I look dead by the time I finish. You know, just like every time she went to yo, it's like damn. Like I never had a woman that turned into a trigger. That woman's special. A lot of strippers.
Oh, I hope he comes back. I think it's a Wi-Fi thing going on. I don't know, it's something going on, but yeah, we're wrapping it up soon, guys. Like I said, I'm getting a little tired. I know we've been doing this for a minute. Hold on, 1 second. Hold on, I got you. Hold on. Okay, yeah.
I didn't even know you exit out. Sorry,
No,
I didn't know I
I was
exit out.
like, where did he go?
Oh, you know what it is? I'm just tapping things like left and right.
Oh, okay.
So I've been working on some squats lately because I'm trying to get my legs stronger again.
Okay. Yeah, the summer body, as they call it. Yeah.
Yo, because I've been really in a gym downstairs, running it.
That's
But
what's up.
I'm on a 31-day marathon. Well, actually 90-day marathon. Oh, actually no, 55-day marathon. Working out. I'm trying to get back to my high school days.
Oh, you trying. That's the main thing. You're trying to
you know what I mean? Because as the while your muscles turn to fat and you just want to nurse. You know what I mean?
When you get back into the motion of working out, you're gonna feel energized. You're gonna feel good.
I feel more energized now than ever. Like it just did a YouTube like a shift.
Yeah.
You want to hear something funny? Like these are all of our departments. I don't know how I can flip the camera, but I don't know if it could. But yeah, look, look, these are all of our departments, right?
Oh, that's
Staff,
beautiful.
TV production, human resources, HR, all department management. Then we got job positions. CMO, that's the Chief of Marketing Officer. FuFu Nation. That's where all the finances are, right? That's how we finance companies and other things. Yeah. So, and I'm getting my real estate license.
Oh, listen, do you? Yes, congrats.
So, you know what I mean? So, I'm working on getting my real estate license. The shit is about to change, man.
Listen, once you get in that door and get that license,
listen, because at this point, that's what's gonna happen. Where I'm just, because listen, you don't think these people know what's really going on behind closed doors? After I gave them everything they have, like I would say the next few. I got a friend that's willing to buy me a Rolls Royce once I pass my license.
Oh, that's
I got my permit, I got my permit, but I just got to take the license, and then I heard Donald Trump passed a law where you don't even need a license to drive anymore.
What?
You hear that? I thought y'all would know first.
Man, I didn't know about this. No.
I heard it.
Damn. Shit, I could have been had a car.
The only thing is the car must be insured.
Right, because if anything happens, that liability, right.
Yeah, and then they can drive, okay, but the only thing is, I think it could cause systems, and you know what I mean? What this Mac OS system is in danger, okay, I'll fix it. I have my IT system install something else. But man, it's just been crazy, I'm telling you.
Definitely. Do you have any shout outs you want to give?
Yes, I want to say shout out to Patricia Lopez, because I know she always say I don't shout her out. Yeah. I want to say shout out to Caden, my son. I love you. I don't care what nobody else say around you. I will always love you. You was my first emotional connection. No more, like, you know what I mean? You're my son. I always love you. Listen, you're my heart. Even though, you replaced everybody else out of my life. So you know what? You was my main heart. I don't have to sit here and lie to nobody because I don't need to lie. I know what I feel. If anybody got problems and want me to admit to something that they want me to admit because of their insecurities and jealousies and what they wanted, and they just had, they had me give you in the world just to have a child, no, I'm going to be there for you no matter what. And I'm not going to let nobody. Trust me, eventually you're going to be in high school, something going to happen. I'm going to have a security team deployed. That's how big I'm going to be. Listen, if you heard Care For You, I think, no, it was like my son, a letter to my son.
Oh.
I said, look, first it went off, I changed the title because it was called Care For You, right? Mm-hmm. I did that in 2024, I think it was like sometime when I was doing like Chirac, my birthday year. So it was like, you know what I mean? I said, Caden, Joshua Finley. Your daddy is a superstar. Your mother even know it. Yep. And I said, best believe I love you. Don't ever listen to them haters. They calling them out and pushing back in the body. Know it the way I move the screw. Put it back and nobody get it. I understand it. We speaking lyrical prowls. We up and we ain't even proud, but we up in here. We writing things. If it was murder, best believe I wrote it. They ain't nobody understand it and get it. No shots in the tables and like if I was Onyx and make it nine and make it loud, you couldn't never get it. Supersonic and make it erotic and put it back at erotic. Put it back in, it was the Robinotics and put it back in like it was Kippinotics and Kickinotics. Put it like Chemomotics, put it back in, I'm just riding. Cause you couldn't never get it like a GT Continental. I love it moving down the highway, speeding head back, watch it flow back. Looking for that woman that can do it. If I can never holler, let me show you, let me get it like a mala. There's a mala in the road, go to the mall, bust them all, get them all.
Woo! Listen, you just killed it. Like, there's no 16 there. You keep on going. Go ahead.
Let me tell you, you know what's so funny? I went a true story. I remember I was on the train, like it was the other day. I said, somebody like, hey, you look cool. What you doing? I said, listen, if you was in my shoes, would you be able to choose?
Ooh. That poetry's coming out. Okay.
Listen, I'm like, girl, with them shoes, I know you like them Jimmy Choos.
Okay.
Best believe if I was in position, I would have had you on some jets. Not even some, we ain't even talking about them jets. We ain't talking about football. I'm talking about private jets and airlines that you don't even never heard of. I can take you here. That's what my dream was to even do it. But I guess you know what they say. You know, anybody I was with, they could have had it all. But remember, tell you, even in the mall. But let me tell you something. I just want to go hard. Like I want to go hard. Having nobody understand it. Man, I just try to tell you. Man, I'm just trying to take it all up just to lay it down. Wait a minute. I got a lot of problems, but no. You know what, one? Listen, a real woman wasn't my problem. I think I just had to live it low. Live and learn how you get it so whole. Another low. Pushing back in these freestyles don't even come that easy. I'm telling you what I do know. I'm telling you where I'm at now. Nobody understanding. I'm just on a higher consciousness. My vibrations operate more higher from a frequency that you don't even understand. I can understand why the hate is high. Man, I'm just never low in no many highs. Put it back in the many minds. Look in them eyes. Telling you where I'm at, though. Man, these eyes has never been the same. I get some good sleep, even though I got an air mattress. I'm living up life, but I'm still good. Listen, man, people try to bring you down, okay, because they jealous of your shine. They never wanted you to make it. So they come in groups because they know they can't even understand, they can't take you on their own. Because I guess it may be because you're too powerful. You know you're powerful when you got a group of people coming at you.
Yo, listen. Wait, I gotta get the horns for you. Hold up. I'm gonna professionally. Hold on. Yes. I don't know why you took the picture of me or something I do. That was weird. But yeah, that's the picture right there, man. Listen.
Yo, listen, I got some. You know what? You know what it is? Sometimes you gotta understand, like I don't let everybody know what I can do. So everybody be shocked. Like, I didn't know you can do that. Yeah, there's a lot of things you don't know. Like you ever heard of Jacks of all trades of none?
No.
I have, because I built my toolbox. You know what I mean? No, you got more tools than Dick Tracy sometimes. You got to know how to use them. But it'd be funny.
Oh, shit.
But it's funny because you know who I ran into recently? Tom Selleck.
No way.
From Blue Bloods. He was actually in Manhattan on the rooftop of Empire State Building.
That's official right there.
And I met Danny Reagan. You know he was part of the New Boys on the block, right? New Boys. No, it was New Kids or something like that.
New Kids. I was like, wait, who? What?
Yeah. Yo, man,
Mark's brother. Yeah.
Mark, yeah. Yo, I find it kind of cool because I went one day. I went to a mixer, actress and actress mixture, and producers, directors was there. I know somebody from the union, DG, that's the Directors Union of National Television and Broadcast. So it was kind of cool, and I'm like sitting there, I'm also SAG as well. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, SAG.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a SAG. I have a SAG in Nashville card.
Oh shit. Do
There's a lot of
you?
things. There's a
Yeah.
lot of things people don't know because I keep it to myself.
I love that.
You know,
Listen, you
but you know how I started off in acting. I think it's public knowledge, but Mark John Jefferson, who really helped me get into this too, and I gotta shout him out as well. He's the one that introduced me to Mark John Jefferson, and I went to a acting class in Manhattan. It was like in one of the Empire State Buildings. And you also know I'm also part of Central Casting. So
oh, that's
Central Casting, yeah, Central Casting is in NYC, LA. And I got what's so funny? I got the call for Empire
what?
when they were still doing it, but I wasn't in their district. 'Cause remember, they shot that in where they shot it at? They shot that in in a different state. But I wanted to go because I'm like, damn, I should have won. Because they had like a party scene and somebody just had to be the dancer as the extra. That shit would have got me close to us. I would have they would have said, yo, we need him. And then, I got to meet Lee Daniels.
Nice.
Cause I don't know if you saw the play. It was like about how black people it's about the people of color. Let me not just say that, but it's the people of color that was at a certain time they were sending everybody back to Africa. So my aunt went to see the play. I went back to see the play, but I got to meet the writers and who produced that play was Lee Daniels.
Oh shit! Nice.
Yes, he was on Lee Daniels. And then I don't know if you know, I have off Broadway experience as well with the public theater. Listen,
that's amazing.
I can't. My aunt came to see me recently, so we had a good time together. We had a little powwow out, and we say, Auntie, you know what? I'm not mad at you. That's it. Because we too old. We're old now. She's older, and I'm older. She ain't gonna be here long, and I know I ain't gonna be here long. So you know what I mean? Like, life is too short to be arguing. Life is way too short for stuff.
It is.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to I'm trying to get people to understand. Like, yo, stop doing stuff. What you do, and maybe you wouldn't get certain things from that person the way you get it. Plain and simple. Like, stop doing. If I gotta, if you ain't listening to me regularly, I gotta be an asshole. Like, I shouldn't have to be that way. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean. But it's a lessons learned. And I never really had remember, because let me tell you something. If you don't come from a rich family, it must come from you.
Facts.
Makes sense? So, unfortunately, a rich parents, being raised in a rich, they have the how you say it? They have the lenience to say no. Because it's a lot of rich families, believe it or not, they test their children's people that they date. They do it. They do the vetting and all of that.
Wow.
Yeah, because right, and they test the person. If the person passed these tests, they get to date. They get to date either the son or the daughter. So it's two black families in the world that's worth trillions of dollars. One black family owns the oil industry, believe it or not.
Wow.
So yeah, they have and the most richest thing you can do is oil refinery.
That's not bad.
Did you know that? Because that brings in trillions of dollars to the countries. And first it goes to the Foreign Bank, because that's where most of the oil money comes from, the Foreign Bank. What the Foreign Bank is also passes down to the federal. That's one. There's always something over the Federal Reserve, which is the Foreign Bank, and the Foreign Bank made the Bank of Reserves with a Secret Service at one point before they actually started protecting the president.
Interesting. Oh.
And there's always a secret with the fake pen. But yeah, can't talk about that though. It's too high classified. But yes, but yeah, it's a lot of things. Did you know I got to go to Quantico, Virginia for training?
Oh shit.
Yeah, I got to go there just to, and then I got to meet the director of the FBI, because you gotta sworn, you gotta raise your right hand, you gotta sworn in. It's kind of cool. I got to do a lot of cool shit in my life. I'm just happy I got to do it. Shit.
That's what's up, man. That's the point, right?
And plus, I got to volunteer right before. know what? I think this was a test to see where I was gonna go. I really felt that way. Did you know I got an undergraduate on doctors when I volunteered at Presbyterian Medical College?
Wow, that's big. Yeah.
Yeah, I just because I was graduating 3 months before that, after that. So it was like I started May.
Mm-hmm.
May, I think May. I had to take a fire test. You had to take certain trainings. I had to learn how the liquid nitrogen room used.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of cool. And my person at oversight was I think you'll know her. Her name was Miss Winters. She said, "Fuquan, would you like to come to the school? We'll pay for your whole tuition."
That's what's up.
Hell yeah! I said, hell yeah! But I never got to stick with it. So, you know what I mean? But right before I left, I got to sit in a meeting, and they said, I got a surprise for somebody in his room. They gave me an honorary doctorate degree, undergraduate doctorates.
That's amazing.
Those fucking fly.
That's what I'm talking about.
I still have that, yeah. You know what's so funny? Because, at the time, I gave them an idea. But only thing is they gave me that, but I wouldn't get the credit. So it was the theory, and I said, "Can you try it to see if it works?" I know you. So what happens is they have in basement where you have to. We know how you get surgery. You have to wear the blue scrubs and the booties, right? So and there's a reason why, because the rats have. You have to experiment, right, to see if it's going to be beneficial for humans. 9 out of 10 rats have a 99.5% of human genome.
That's true. They do labs.
Exactly. So the crazy thing is they're more exposed to diseases than humans are, and they don't have a vertebrae in the back. They don't have a backbone. Why do you think they can get through anything?
That's true. Wow.
Right? So you got to understand the genome of a rat. So did you even know they use cologne on them too? If they want to test a cologne and see how they react, whatever has high pheromones in it, that's going to be the one that people be attracted to.
Interesting. I'm learning a whole lot right now with that. Yeah.
And normally it has like cyanoxazine in it and another chemical in it that has atropical anoxines. Well, I don't never can say it properly, but those two chemicals in that cologne has high. That means, and it depends how much is in it. So it has 5.5 or a little bit higher. It has a good amount of pheromones. Why do you think some men be like, "Damn, daddy, you smell good," right? Like, yo, and they be like, "Oh shit, damn." And if you ever seen the commercials on, it'd be real shit. But they're not going to never tell you which one has it, because that's going to be the more expensive. Make sense? The more it has in it, the more expensive it is. And I want to say hi, Frank, and I'm not Shook Daddy, by the way, okay? I don't know if you heard. Oh, yo, Frank called me Shook Daddy. He said, "Okay, I won't call you Shook Daddy no more."
There you go.
Put that on mute a minute.
All right, hold on. Give me 1 second. Hold on.
Got you. Hey, Jason. Hey, Jay. Oh, God. Where's Jason?
No, he said, "What's up?"
Oh, I didn't hear. What up, Jason?
Hey, it was good.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I gotta do that song, but I gotta use it. I gotta use the song. Anthony Wynn, I'm about to make you more famous.
Oh my God, I'm done.
Anthony Wynn,
I'm done.
Yo, I told you about how I asked him. Like, I got a question. Did you have a hard time in high school? I just, curiosity kills the cat. I gotta stop opening up Pandora box. But I learned a lot though. But yeah. Yep. But what you thought about the song though? Heart of a Lion and what you call it?
Wrap it up.
All right. Yeah, I love it. It's really dope, and it's something new and different,
Yeah. Like what you thought about like the wording in it? It made a lot of sense, right? And deep thoughts.
Yeah, it's very very detailing, but I think it was very emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed it too. Look, you know what I think? I think whatever I was like writing at the time and I was feeling, that's just how I felt. Like, you know what I mean? Like I go off of like what's going on currently and how I felt about it. That's it.
Right. No, I understand. Well, we do gotta wrap up right now.
I got you.
No problem. But if anything, tell people your social media what they can find you.
GStar FuFu 3, and you can also Google me, GStar FuFu, all together, spelled the same. Twitter, I think I still got Twitter, GStar FuFu 2, and I got to shout out Christina Million. Thank you for. I haven't talked to her in a minute because she added me on TikTok. No, not TikTok. On what you call it. And Cardi B, I hope to see you soon again. God bless.
That's amazing. I love that.
All right, so my girl Cardi, what's up, man? What's up, Cardi? Well,
awesome. But I want to thank you so much for coming on the show, and we just love the music, love what you're doing. Just stick to that, and definitely keep doing what you're doing. Yeah.
Will do. Thank you, everybody. All right, Jason, call me later.
Yeah, he's over there doing something now.
Gotcha. Tell Jason to call me later.
Definitely. You already know, man.
All right, guys, I'm out of here. And guys, thank you for tuning in to the Vero G Show.
I appreciate that. Much love. All right, man. Take care. Bye. Awesome. That was amazing. Thank you for our amazing guest for tonight, artist GStar FuFu. Also, he is the owner and founder of FuFu Nation. As you guys heard it here first on the show. Thank you for tuning in and supporting the show itself and all that we do here as we speak. With that in mind, so you guys already know. So prior to that, we're gonna pretty much wrap it up, and we want to thank you guys for tuning in today on the show, and just tune in this Friday with JR the artist, and we have another artist at the Henry Shine. So like I said, just stay tuned, guys. God bless you all. Have a great day, or now nighttime, because I was here all day. Have a great night. Now I'm thinking I should do nighttime, so that's weird, like switching it up. Nighttime as well. Hope you have a great week. Please be safe out there. And again, you can follow me quickly on my Instagram at official Vero G on here on the show. So with that said, thank you guys for tuning in. We are out of here. Salute to you all tuning in and being our amazing troopers here as we do each other week on the show. So with that in mind, we are out of here, and I'll see you then, guys. Take care. Have a good day. Or good weekend. You know what I mean? Well, whatever. Weekday. Which one is it, right? So, anyway. All right, guys. Take care. Bye.
That as a plus size woman, you're doing it, and I'm like,
baby.
But why can't you do it? And she's like, well, Mom's like, I'm not pretty enough. And she's
like when
she's very pretty.
songs
And I was
come
like,
about, like,
but you
we'll hear
are.
a beat,
And she's like,
and we
but
just sit back and vibe to it.
I have this,
and when we was hearing it, like
body and these
with the way
stretch
the
marks,
beat
and I'm
is
like,
set up,
and
say got the amazing
or
Maroon 5.
someone came up to me on the show,
saying,
and like,
that,
I could never
yeah,
do
so,
this. I had surgery on my neck, and I have a scar, and I'm like, and
smooth
I said,
people, you know what I'm saying?
to me, scars show what we
sauce
survived.
to
They're a
it,
badge of honor.
just came out and brought a little vibe to it. Honestly.
It's not a flaw.
just
It
a
makes
little
you
turn
unique.
up
It
because
says,
I know
hey,
my
I did
first
this,
project
I
came
accomplished this, I
more
went
subtle,
through it, and I'm better for it. So,
because it was around February,
that's
around the time you got the love,
what
you
I
got the
really
pain,
predominantly
people want to break us
love
around
to
that time
share with
frame as well
people,
too.
and
So, this time
just
around,
bring
where
that awareness, because I'm I'm plus size. I'm going out there, I'm doing this stuff. All eyes are on me when I'm doing the stuff, and
our songs come about,
I still
we'll
struggle
hear a beat,
sometimes. I remember going to
and we
one New
just
York
sit back and
Fashion Week. I
vibe to it.
had,
And when we was hearing it, like with the
imposter
way the beat
syndrome,
is
and I
set up,
told this girl
they
who's
got the amazing
pretty well-known
Maroon
model, and I'm
5,
like,
you know what I'm saying?
I
That
feel like
White
I don't
Jagger, so
belong
that
because she would
song
have all
real
these
smooth,
billboards,
and I
and
could
either
see
they
we
would be
both could see
younger or
ourselves
like
smooth